Welcome in, Matt in the Hat, and welcome in, everyone. We are joined tonight by Mr. Mixed Nuts. They missed that because we weren't quite live yet.
Oh, boo.
You said you're here, and you said
Too much snow.
Too much snow. I feel for you, man.
Too much shovel. I'm tired of shoveling. Very tired of shoveling.
You say you got too old for shoveling?
Well, my son's done a tremendous amount of it, which saved me a bunch, but it didn't stop me from having to go up to my mom's house and shovel her stuff out because, well, I don't expect a 70-year-old lady to try to shovel her own steep-ass stairs.
Why
not? Because I'm not an asshole like that.
I know, I'm kidding.
The Emperor's Finest reporting.
All right. So, thank you, Aaron.
Running more people tonight.
And with the report. You know, possible.
Hi there.
It's waiting for
A little
you.
while.
Thank you for the sub.
Finest reporting. We await your command.
Here.
No power in the verse can stop me.
And I like how that works. A nice little pop-up message. Right, sir.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, that's awesome. It auto gave you the same person. It recognized that you had played her last time and auto assigned her to you.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
So I don't have the updated picture showing on my game. It actually just says PNG and then 260 by 336. So I'm wondering if what I got to do.
So what I need to do is give you the updated photos, and you just need to drop them in your folder.
Ah, okay. Not a big deal. I mean, I can figure it out in the meantime. But
Yeah, I
would
can
like
get
to
that
fix
for you. Yes. You have the stream up, right?
I do.
So if I go in here, you can see biography. You can see his picture is basically the same, just polished up and cleaned up a bit.
Yeah.
So it's the same photo, just they're cleaned up and polished a little.
Yeah, slightly more detail.
Yeah. And then like her looks less like a painting and more like a person.
Yeah.
So that's all it is. That's why I went with it. Does it show you my picture or not?
The only thing, no, it doesn't show me anything. It says for.
Okay. Did it show my photo to you last time or not? Okay, so it didn't last time. Okay. See, I would have liked you guys to tell me that last time, and I would have known that we needed to get you those photos.
Well,
I didn't know that.
I intended to send you a message on it and then was distracted by too much snow.
It's okay, man. I need to know so I can fix it. I know how to fix it. It's easy to fix.
I mean, it just means that I'll have to identify them via voice.
Yeah. So, 1 is me, 2 is Abelard, 3 is her. What's her name? Not Argenta, the other one.
Idara.
Yeah, Idara, however you say it.
Interesting. Anyway, yeah.
This character's biography is not available.
Okay. Cool. And then, yeah, I'll get you that and you'll have them for next time.
Not a problem.
With each step, I fear.
Raver. Master Helmsman. System status report. By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing.
The white-haired man with sickly pale skin salutes you.
Well, there's a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wickedry we'll be scrubbing it off the VID screens for throne knows how long.
Gonna select 2 as the best choice. Because in most cases, nobody cares how they survive.
It's true. We need to re-establish contact with the Navigator Sanctum. It's our only chance of escaping from the warp. And it's an urgency thing, anyways. So that's what my guy would do, because we gotta do this now. We're all gonna die. We must re-establish contact with the Navigator Sanctum. It's our only chance to survive and escape from the warp. Do it immediately.
Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing. One of the survivors buckling under the stress. A Bellard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Pull it together,
Restore the
man.
box channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space.
A Bellard pauses for a few seconds before turning to you.
DMNix, you may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
He directs your attention upward, to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master DMNix. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Agreed. I just want to make sure I understood my duties. Begin the ritual immediately. Let's go. Just didn't want to mess it up.
Before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Oh, great.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle. It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind.
You are to blame for Theodora's death.
The vision lets out a cawing laugh. I am the beginning and the end, and all that courses in between. I am the voice of the truth that is destined to triumph, for this triumph is the terminal point of every twisted maze of fate. Your head begins to spin and viscous drops slither down your cheeks. You blink, and you are no longer looking at Theodora. It is the traitor Voipta, just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition. The same terrifying voice seethes from his lips. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you, on the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World. I see you by my side on that day, the day of my resurrection. The image is scattered by invisible sorceress winds. And you see Idira, her eyes aglow with the same sinister flame. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today, I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
No likey.
A cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple. The images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. Through the rippling mirage, you see a twisted image of Abelard, the loyal seneschal of the dynasty. The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Never. Blasphemous creature.
Raver turns around and looks up at you. He hesitates for a few moments, then addresses Abelard, who is standing next to you.
Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
Abelard nods absent-mindedly.
The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valencius flagship. We will honor his memory along with that of all who died this day.
Raver does not look away. He is giving you a hard stare, his white brows furrowed.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
This is going to be unpleasant.
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you, with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow, that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
Wow. They really did well at this.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost.
Ugh.
Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived, and through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
And this is why warp space is a bitch.
Warp space is a necessity, an unfortunate necessity. That is why the Emperor was trying to do the webway.
Yeah, that didn't turn out real well.
I mean, when, a certain individual decides to puncture a hole in it and make it so that it's open to the warp and hosts of demons flood in. No, it doesn't end
Deep
well.
shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself.
Well, then, your lordship.
You cannot help but notice that the Seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together.
You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfilled entirely, and now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews.
Any chance we've found anything on Voitgar?
Abelard grits his teeth.
No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors. But, frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. I am afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought.
I know how we lost so many. Inside job. What's on the agenda for the meeting?
Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I am still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, Your Lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge. And they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain.
Very well. You know, number 3 just doesn't fit the character's personality. I could see some not wanting it, but it's a duty. You must do what must be done for the good of the people. That's not an option otherwise.
Yeah, I don't understand why you would select that if you're playing this game in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Very well, let's begin.
With a gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness.
Attention, officers. You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Diemnix von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports.
Abelard, would you perhaps introduce those present? I do not know them as I am new to the post.
As you wish, Your Lordship.
Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh.
Vigdisariata of the Ptoleman line, our new Vox Master.
It is an honor to serve your lordship.
The Vox Master offers a deep bow.
Aboard this vessel you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain.
Pretty good.
Beside her is Raver, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap.
You saw him?
The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face, gives a sullen nod.
Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief.
That I believe. Otherwise you would not be helmsman.
And lastly, our high factotum Janrus Danruk, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship.
I see.
Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavyset man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows.
It is an honor.
You don't
Your
like
Lordship.
him as soon as you saw his picture.
You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard.
He seems too slimy and greedy. Like, just the look of his picture.
Considering
in the second row,
you're supposed
we have
to
the
be
3
one of
officers
the
charged
most
with overseeing the
powerful
ship's
people
vital functions.
in
The
the
Master of
entire
Ordnance is
Imperium
responsible
of
for the
man
artillery
because
aboard.
of your
The
warrant.
Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship.
There are certain
And, lastly,
pluses and
the Drives
bonuses
Master,
that go along with
servant
that.
of the Omnissiah.
There's what?
pluses and bonuses, you know, like having somebody like that to provide all the stuff that you're looking for.
Yeah, no, I get having a procurement officer. He just doesn't seem to be... The others said they're here to serve and made it clear that they want the job they have and are happy with the job they have, where he seems like he's like, oh, I do things and get things. There's no I serve kind of attitude there. And the way he's dressed compared to the others shows that he seems to be more interested in self-gain than my gain.
Like I said, he's a fop.
Yeah.
The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the Tech Priest's mechadendrites.
Thank you, Abelard, and greetings to you all.
I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain.
And I think we'll just go down the list. Infernus Master, report.
Yes, Lord Captain.
The tall young man bores his head in deference.
I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment, in terms of material losses and crew casualties, has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty.
Abelard remarks in a low voice pitched for your ears only.
The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak.
Indeed. High Factotum, would you care to place your report?
We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the Tech Priest's hands for attention and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and, unfortunately, this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals.
I don't know. Just everything about his picture, his bearing and everything is just, yeah, slimy.
We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader Dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Coligo's Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets.
Rumbles Abelard, frowning.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about him, he just seems, Don't trust him. What, is there a reason I shouldn't trust him?
I didn't say that. I just think it's funny that you don't trust him.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this.
Picture.
If you trust any of these, you're failing. This is 40K. They're all out for something.
True. However, some of them realize that the best way to accomplish it is by service. So those are the ones that I somewhat trust.
Right,
where the others...
I'm in the lobby whenever you get a chance to reload.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of dialogue, so we'll do that right after. That's part of why I figured we'd continue instead of just waiting for you. As you mentioned, it's kind of dialogue heavy right after, so it's not like you're missing much.
It's going to be that dialogue heavy for a while.
Drive Master, report.
A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the Tech Priest's scarlet hood.
Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger.
Riza Talar, you do not seem to be the head engine seer.
With great sorrow I must also report that the engine seer prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Magus was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magus. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible.
I see. That is indeed unfortunate. We'll see what can be done. Thank you.
The tech priest bows her head.
Master Helmsman, please report.
Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ships sound, more or less, but without our engine seer prime and navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first, our warp drive being torn to pieces or all of us melting into the bulkheads.
Very comforting. Thank you, Master Helmsman.
Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject. When we arrived in this system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a novice Nobi-Light station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor.
Indeed. Well done, Voxmaster. Well done.
A sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull as if in response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the demon that appeared before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today, I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation.
If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round the system till our heads are swimming, as long as the promethium and supplies last. And if any thick as Grux shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry on that score.
Very well. Master of Ordnance, report.
The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look.
No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no able crew, no Lord Captain.
Excuse me?
Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself.
The Master of Ordnance chokes back the words he was obviously about to blurt out without thinking. He casts another look at you before lowering his gaze.
I apologize profusely, Lord Captain. Pardon the fool. The ship is in ruins, every other officer is dead, and the Lord Captain is no longer with us. Fear has taken hold of me.
The Lord Captain stands before you. Correct thyself.
He looks up at you.
But I've heard of you, oh yes. Your fame has reached even as far as the expanse. I can't be showing myself up in front of an illustrious person such as yourself.
He adjusts his uniform and stands ramrod straight.
The Master of Ordnance can report that the rest of the arsenal has been saved and the battery is in good order. We are ready to fight, if that is the Lord Captain's will.
To surmise, we've sustained serious losses of crew, and we require an engine seer prime and a navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from our voyage?
Precisely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems.
Indeed. What can we tell us about this system that we currently find ourselves in?
I cede to the Vox Master on this point. Mistress Toliman?
We are in the Rekad star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in this system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results.
Troubling.
The novice Nobi-Light station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system. And Rekad Minories itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet.
It is troubling.
The situation is not very encouraging. But without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navi's Nobi-Light station and find out what in the void is going on.
Indeed. Thank you for your report. Dismissed.
The assembled officers salute you as one.
Your Lordship, there is one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora.
Abelard hesitates.
Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here, to this system, for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything? And I shall tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronis Expanse.
Oh.
Inquisition.
No
the
one
secret
expects
organization
the Inquisition.
tasked with hunting down the myriad threats
It's
to the
even
stability
worse
of the
here in
Imperium and all
Spain.
mankind.
Right.
Coronis Expanse. A scattered, poorly explored region on the frontier of the Imperium, full of fearsome Xenos, treasure, heathen worlds, and the echoes of ancient doom.
I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XC. You're referring to the contents of that note, I presume?
Yes, quite right. XC, Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrich van Calix. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to footfall in the Furibunda system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the governor of Reichad Minoris, may know something.
Footfall. The massive void port on the edge of the Coronis Expanse, and a notorious hotbed of vice, trade, and rogue trader intrigue.
Very well.
That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the von Valancius Protectorate.
Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement.
Idira. Sister Argenta. Explain yourselves.
The Sister of Battle grimly nods toward Idira.
The Psyker is suffering some ailment, or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised.
We already did that. And we already know what a Psyker is.
An individual of any intelligent species who possesses some degree of psychic ability or powers.
That's us.
For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant.
I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request. But it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader.
Idira's glazed eyes rove over those assembled. One word bursts from her lips.
Daybreak.
If there is nothing else of value to report, I declare the briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. Yes, daybreak keeps creeping
Use
up.
the system
It
map
is
in
a
the center
problem.
of the bridge to issue orders to the crew.
Alright, so now we can actually save it and let
3. Do you copy? Finish the
another
cleaning and
person
return
join.
to the docking station.
Whoops. We need to go here. Alright. Reinitiating the game.
Look at that, I got a loading screen.
Hey! No, they did a good job with how it works.
Yeah.
After having to fight Baldur's Gate to be able to get stuff back and forth to work, if you're doing anything with anybody crossplay, yeah, this is a pleasure.
What platform am I on? Am I on Game Pass? Am I on
Doesn't
Epic?
matter.
Am I on GOG? Am I on Steam?
I'm gonna guess Steam.
Use the system map in the center of the bridge
Point
to
is,
issue
you don't
orders to
know.
the crew.
And no, you're wrong, Malkov. That's part of the point, okay? I wasn't being mean. That was my point. How much better
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it's so much more seamless because of that. It's the only real drawback that I saw about how Baldur's Gate worked for that.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
that's
glad
the
they
thing.
fixed it
Like,
with this.
this has been so flawless that I am actually surprised. Now, you guys aren't seeing the pictures, but that's understandable because you don't have them. And I forgot about that fact. So I just need to upload that. That's not the game's fault. That's us not getting it to you. I didn't realize that. It forgot to cross my mind, so we're going to resolve that. But that's not a big deal. The fact that it works... Well, the fact that it works smooth and fine without it says
I can
something.
see them on your stream, so I don't need them. I just look over on the other screen. There they are.
So
We are ready for
I
any
am
orders, Lord Captain.
so pleased with how much smoother it's worked. So apparently...
Lord Captain.
You have a bunch more people to talk to.
O great child of the Omnissiah.
He
The corpulent
can
man
create
in
people.
lavish clothes bores before you,
Not him.
not without difficulty. A servo skull whirs over
I meant
his
the other
shoulder
guy.
while the fingers of his augmented hand drum against the sheaf of papers he is holding,
No,
and he regards
it's this
you with
guy.
attentive interest through the lens of his
It is this
magnifying
guy?
implant.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Oh,
Your
it
Lordship.
is.
Janris Danrook, at
I
your
wish to
service.
bolster my retinue with skilled fighters. That lets you create custom characters.
Okay.
They just won't
Rest
have any
assured,
of the
there are
story or
people of
anything
the most
behind
outstanding
it.
talents among the thousands
Right.
of your crew. I will contact the overseers at once.
It may become necessary depending on the
This
choices
action
made
is not
throughout
available
the
in
plot.
cooperative mode.
No.
Oh. We can't do it in cooperative mode.
No, you have to be in solo mode to do it.
Well, that's fine. We can always do that if we decide we want to.
We may need to, but if we don't need to,
Why would we need to?
I'm not going to say.
The indicator lumens need to be replaced again.
I will say that there
Can
are
our shuttle
6
pilots
slots
even
for
land their craft
party
without
members
unnecessary
in the
damage?
party.
Yes. That I knew. So
I'll
you're
leave
saying
it
it
at
might
that.
be good to fill in, you're saying?
I'm not going to say anything more. I'll leave it as a mystery for you to discover later.
That's a
We
bit
are
of a
ready for any
problem.
orders, Lord Captain.
No, it isn't.
It is.
It isn't.
Boat 3, do you
It
copy?
is.
Finish the
I assure
cleaning
you
and
that's
return
not.
to the docking station.
Because I don't have an indication of how I'll know if we need to or not.
Oh, you'll know unequivocally.
Because people die?
Like I said, I'm not going to say anything more.
He's trying not to spoil stuff.
I get
Yeah, I don't
that.
want to spoil anything.
All right, should we
Report
go?
received.
Should we talk to the
Confirm
different
that
people then?
verification
Should we
is
go to the
complete.
captain's quarters?
You're the rogue trader.
And I'm
wanna
asking
talk
the
to people?
Seneschal for advice. I'm trying to find who all can be
I mean,
talked
it wouldn't
to.
hurt to talk to everybody and get everybody's take on things, and get as much information as you
A
can
thin,
get.
pale woman
Okay.
stands out among the rest of the crew. There is a thick bundle of cables coming out of the back of her skull and disappearing under her
Do you have
ceremonial
Fellowship
garment,
40?
and you see the grate of a quietly humming vox where her mouth should be. The woman
It
sees
wouldn't be
you
there
and
as an
bows her
option
head in a
otherwise. I
respectful
think it's a
greeting.
roll.
How may I serve
It's
you,
a roll.
Lord Captain?
Abelard has it.
Yeah, it's 75% chance. If you mouse over the Fellowship 40 part, it'll pop up with a little display that shows you skills and whatnot.
I'm going to try it, and I might save scum because I think this would actually be important to do. Thanks for the lurk, man. Please connect me to the vessel's main channel. I wish to bolster the morale of the crew. You going to say something?
I was gonna say I have no problem with that. If you want a specific result, it doesn't bother me.
I just think it should succeed because it doesn't have the choice to use the warp ability to enhance, which he technically would be capable of given the Golden Throne connection. But
Well, keep this in mind. As long as you don't connect up to do it and have the guy scream into the Vox, "Oh my God, we're all going to die. Run for your lives." You'll be fine.
There's nowhere to go. They're on a void ship. There's nowhere to go.
The Vox Master nods
Hey, we
obediently and
succeeded.
presses several
Outside
switches
is
from the
real
device
bad.
she is holding.
It is done, Lord Captain.
44 experience.
You address the crew with a rousing
Generally
speech and
speaking,
hear your
those
voice roll through the ship, reaching even the normally quiet corners of the vessel.
Are going to give you
When
a
the
small
broadcast
XP
ends,
reward.
you hear
There
distant
are a
shouts
few
of approval.
that have like revealed story, but majority of them are not.
Reaching even the quiet corners of the vessel. When the broadcast ends, you hear a distant shout of approval. That part is awesome. That's what we needed. We gotta help the people. I mean, they've been through a hell and back. Like, literally.
Yeah, properly applied propaganda is important in this system.
That is all for now. Thank you.
I live to serve, Lord Captain.
I mean, the other things are kind of not applicable because we already know the answers. And "you'll look weird" is not very nice.
Lord Captain.
I'd like to know, what are the things that'd be useful to me as rogue trader?
A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Who are the main players of the Cronus Expanse?
In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Cronus Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them.
I will be back in about 3 minutes.
Very well.
If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Cronus Expanse.
Footfall. The massive void port on the edge of the Cronus Expanse, and a notorious hotbed of vice, trade, and rogue trader intrigue. Kazbala Commission. The Footfall chapter of one of the most successful crime syndicates in the Imperium of Man, founded in the Calaxis sector. Drusians. Followers of the cult of Saint Drusus, a legendary hero of the Angevin Crusade who founded the Calaxis sector for the Imperium of Man. Adeptus Mechanicus. The technological organization, also known as the Priesthood of Mars, which maintains, constructs, and honors the sacred technologies of humanity.
Conrad, the previous Master of Whispers. What can you tell me about his betrayal, and what do you think he'll do next?
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight.
Agreed.
We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the von Valancius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps.
That is what I'm trying to do. Alright, Cronus Expanse. What do we need to keep in mind?
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words, the Cronus Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels. Until recently, the Cronus Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Cronus Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
That is all for now.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
Let's know about
As you wish, Lord Captain. What would you like to know?
What were you before Theodorus Seneschal?
I used to be an officer in the Navis Imperialis. No, used to be is not quite right. It was not simply a job. It was my calling, the essence of my life. I was proud to serve Lord Captain Theodora, but in my heart and mind, I'm still an officer of the Imperium.
Imperial Navy. The battle fleets of the Imperium of Man, also known as the Navis Imperialis.
I met Lord Captain Theodora on a mission where the Imperial Navy was providing reinforcement to the rogue traders' army on one of the frontier worlds. Our acquaintance was not easy. Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. It was to my great surprise then that after the mission's completion, I received a referral to leave my service in the Navy and join the rogue traders' personal council.
Wow.
It was a difficult choice for me. But I saw in the offer a chance to serve the interests of humanity even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis. You do not need me to tell you just how remarkable a person Lord Captain Theodora was. I recognized her at once as a true leader and formidable creative force. One who had built a protectorate amidst the dangers and wildness of the Expanse.
Do you have any family?
I am a widower. I am a father of 4, and if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11. My family lives on Dargonus. None of my children express any eagerness or aptitude for serving aboard ship, and I would hardly have insisted that they follow in my footsteps.
Very well. Then no more for now.
Of course.
I'm not going to rub the other ones in yet. We'll hold off. That is all for now, Seneschal.
Lord Captain.
Well, the others were here, and now they're not.
I'm here.
I meant the people named characters.
The machine spirits
Other
are skittish today.
machines.
Yeah, they're still there. You just can't
O
see
machine
them
god,
unless you get close
upon
enough.
the initiated bestow thy blessing. Give unto them the understanding of the true ritual.
The tall, middle-aged woman stares straight ahead, her eyes vacant, as she rubs the implant at her temple. Her collar is undone, and one of the clasps is on the verge of falling off. Sensing your presence, Edira turns her head toward you and offers you a crooked smile, even as her eyes look right through you.
Where'd you come from?
Lyra, an outlying world in the Heathen Stars region. In the Coronis expanse, the deeper you go, the less visible the Astronomicon gets, and the less people know about the Imperium. The arrival of a rogue trader is the best thing that can happen to a world like that. The very best.
Astronomicon. The psychic beacon that helps navigators to triangulate a course for their void ships through the warp.
Tell me about Lyra.
It's an out-of-the-way planetoid between two faint stars. On Lyra, a dozen local tyrants fight over 5 measly continents. But they use everything they can to win, from poison to psychers. I haven't been there in many years, but there's nothing for me to miss. Trust me.
Understandable.
But here on the ship is a different story altogether. I saw more wonders in my first year serving Lady von Valancius than I'd seen in my whole life on Lyra. Like my first journey through the warp, I was in bed for 3 days. I felt like supernovas were exploding in my head. I only found out later that I'd gotten off easy. Just through the bulkhead in the bay next to mine, a whole team turned into... Look at me rambling on, Lord Captain. Pay no attention.
Finish your story about the first time crossing the warp.
It wasn't like it was a very fun trip, Lord Captain. But look, if you want to be entertained, I'm the woman for the job. I'll entertain you with one of the stories from my collection, no problem. But if you want to hear about the time I melted everyone in the bay next door, well, I just don't really want to go into the details on that one, all right?
All right. So what'd you do before you came to be on the ship?
Oh, I embroidered wall hangings in honor of our national heroes. I did the same thing I do here, Lord Captain. Divining. Our rulers prized the ability to see into the future. Every psyker that could be found was worth a small fortune on Lyra.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
There's no such thing as a peaceful life on Lyra. People like me were especially sought after. They'd pick psychers up wherever they found them, buy kids off their parents, even just abduct them. Take me, for instance. I got taken from my street gang. The older kids sold me when they noticed there was something off about me. The ruling dynasties had schools where they trained us and beat us black and blue. And then they packed us off to serve. Some of us held on for a long time, but others didn't last. Not everyone's as smart and talented as me, you know. Some people crossed the line and were out of commission before their time.
And how did you wind up in the Rogue Trader's service?
Theodora von Valancius paid a visit to the ruler I was serving at the time. I don't know what the visit was for, and it's no business of mine anyway. I can still remember the way the voices in my head changed when I looked at her. They were practically screaming. She had so much behind her, and plenty ahead of her too. As I gawped at her, all of a sudden I heard a whisper. A hint, a suggestion, nothing more. But I know the difference between idle chatter and a real threat. I seized my chance and approached Theodora. I managed to whisper a couple of words in her ear before the wardens dragged me away. They beat me and locked me up. No wonder. It wasn't my place to converse with outsiders. And then Theodora's people came for me. They broke down the wall, butchered the guards. Also, I could tell them my warning in full. So I said the rest, but I didn't want to go back to my old life. And so I entered the service of the Von Valancius dynasty.
I see. Have you ever been off ship?
A few times. Not many. And if I think about it, why would I want to? I've got everything I need here. All the whispers I hear are familiar ones. They almost feel like family. And if I want to hear about the nightmares off the ship, I can. After some Amisec. But don't go getting the wrong idea. If I have to, I'll follow you to the edge of the galaxy.
Amisk. A potent alcoholic drink of varying quality, widely available across the Imperium.
Very well. That's all for now.
Of course, Lord Captain.
Jenkins, you can't sit on top of
What is
my
your
mouse.
augury, Adira? What awaits the future?
All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you. Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained.
Oof.
Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, Rogue Trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion. A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. The chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master, or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord? The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it? I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in, somehow. But for now...
Things are strained between you and Argenta. What? Is everything going to be all right?
The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices. Ones that whisper to her about corruption and heresy. The silly girl doesn't realize that if she wants to find the source, she needs to start by looking in her own head.
Very well. I'll take my leave for now.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Where is the other one?
What other one?
Idira. Not Idira.
Argenta?
Argenta.
At the front of the bridge.
Yeah, she's at the very front of the bridge.
So this is the back, so we need to go up the other direction.
She's way up by the...
The auger calibration ritual is complete.
Up towards the throne.
Tech priests are heading to the life support chambers.
Yes.
O great child of the Omnissiah.
Yeah, up past the throne.
May thine holy connections be guarded against the evils of entropy.
Keep going. Keep going.
Boat 3.
Yes,
Do you copy? Finish the cleaning and return to the docking station.
I'll talk to the helmsman and then Argenta, and then we'll move on.
The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscle. Blue vein snake under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires that hint at the presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger, but he greets you with a respectful nod.
Lord Captain. Master Helmsman Raver, at your service.
Are you Voidborn?
That I am. Born into a helmsman clan in the bowels of a Chartist vessel. Studied the family trade until I was 15, then my entire clan was butchered in a mutiny by lower hold scum. They spared the youngings. Of course they did. Kids with implanted connectors make great navigational servitors. But I was having none of it. They weren't going to make a servitor out of me, so I escaped into the crawlways. And then I spent months picking them off, one after the other.
Raver stops abruptly.
You got me talking up a storm. Anyway, yes, I'm a Voidborn.
You can finish your story.
Raver stays silent for a few seconds.
Not much to tell. I gutted everyone I could get to, and then I fled upward, to the middle decks. That's where the auger operators took me under their wing. They have apprentice helmsmen of their own up there, you see. Nobody asked me any questions, so I stayed. I grew up, trained, got smarter. Then ended up a junior helmsman. A dozen years later, Danrick spotted me and lured me away, the cheeky blighter.
What can you tell me about the offices?
Good-for-nothing wasters, that's what they are. Each and every one. Take Janrus Danrick, that highborn weasel. He fawns over the officers, but some of the deals he makes would get him burned alive. He drags other people into his schemes so they can take the fall for him, too. One of my junior helmsmen was ferrying goods from Footfall for him, got caught by the Seneschal, and ended up in the Void Hatch. Danrick couldn't care less.
I see.
The Vox Master, another Ptolemy like the last one, Void rest him, is no better. She cut off half the Vox channels the day she took up her post. Said the Vox systems were damaged and the Engineerium had no contact with other modules, but how am I supposed to steer the ship? Collect the COGS reports with the power of my mind? First Officer Verserian, I can't stand him. Like every Navy officer I ever met, he doesn't know a thing about controlling a vessel in the void, but he puffs himself up all the same and throws his weight around. Me and him had to have words a few times before he left me alone. Thank the Emperor Lady Theodora trusted me more than the Seneschal when it came to helming a void ship. Then there's that woman, what's her name? Class. Lady Theodora brought her along wherever she went, and look what happened to her? I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out it was that witch that delivered her to an early grave, just like countless souls before. I don't see why anyone would want that walking calamity on their ship, but some would disagree. They say she's friends with young Ptolemy, you know. Or at least, she used to be.
Do you like anyone at all?
Raver looks perplexed.
What kind of a question is that? I like you. And Lady Theodora before you. Where would I be if I was making cracks about the rogue trader?
Yep,
I don't want to die just yet.
Hey, Azrael.
Hi there.
Alright, I'll take my leave.
Lord Captain.
Raver acknowledges you with a nod and turns away.
Master Helmsman Ravor is the standard Navy dude.
I actually like him.
If he's not complaining about someone,
the vessel stands ready,
happy.
Lord Captain.
But see, that's the thing. He's also more trustworthy because of that. He's at least just, he is who he is. Right?
Yep. That's what I've noticed.
It's the snakes you gotta worry about.
I'm confident I'm looking now.
Rogue trader.
Is Argenta available, or did somebody take her?
Well, yes, she will be. We just...
Alright.
Once you guys are in, we can do that. Right now, no one is available. Tell me about yourself, will you?
About me? I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to tell about me?
And how did you end up on Theodora's ship?
I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet. But I imagine what interests you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the pirate attack. That story is complicated. It just so happened that I made a mistake. In a moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, while her crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I'd barely recovered from my wounds when the pirates struck. Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There is no place where we can be safe from their machinations.
Where did this happen?
On one of the recently discovered planets in the Expanse. No one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard.
What is this mistake you mentioned?
It happens even to the best of us. My mistakes are my burden to bear. I'll find a way to atone for them.
And what happened to the people who wounded you? Did Theodora's men take care of them?
Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. How I pray to come face to face with those heretics once more, and it's bound to happen someday.
We could go to that planet and deal with the Chaos Worshippers.
The path to that planet was lost. All the knowledge is gone, along with the previous navigator. It would take immense effort and resources to rediscover the route. The heir to the von Valancius Protectorate must have plenty of other issues to deal with right now. Perhaps later, when the skies above our heads have cleared.
Very well. No more questions for now, thank you.
As you wish.
Is there a reason you wish to stay in my retinue?
This ship was targeted by heretical pirates, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary. But for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
It pleases me to have a servant, another servant of the Golden Throne in my crew. May the enemies of the Imperial tremble before our onslaught.
So they shall.
Dylan, you said you had a request for me.
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader.
The accursed servants of chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members. And they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in von Valancius territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans?
Look at Selection 5. Man, is that brutal.
Wow.
Seems like it might be the right answer. I don't know. No, I didn't pick that one, but yeah, wow, that's brutal.
What intention do you have by us meeting them?
These children are the future of your crew, and one day, they too will have to stand against evil and heresy as their parents did. By meeting them, by speaking the right words to them, you will honor the memory of the fallen heroes and light the way to heroes in the making. They will always remember the day they met the rogue traitor. Besides, it will bolster the orphan spirits, help them recover from their loss, which can be hard for someone so young.
Very well, we will meet with them.
I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart.
Here we go. And Ezra will save and load you in a moment. Just figured might as well finish up all the dialogue.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was going to be this long.
Oh yeah,
I'm glad we didn't wait.
Yeah, it's a substantial chunk of dialogue.
Which is fine. It's just, it makes me glad that I didn't wait for it.
Yeah.
Yes. Waiting for other players.
Sorry.
It's alright.
I was busy hassling Jenkins.
The motley group of adolescents do not take their eyes off you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale.
Our indefatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups.
Abelard glances at the gathered children.
It is hardly the Schola Progenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction.
Schola Progenium. A division of the ecclesiarchy responsible for the upbringing, education, and training of orphans of those officers and nobles who have died in the service of the Imperium. Argenta is standing to the side of the group. At your approach, she perks up and announces, her voice ringing.
Brave ones, the master of this ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the rogue traitor of House von Valancius.
Your Lord Captain greets you, brave ones.
The teenagers keep staring at you. A girl who has remained close to Argenta smiles uncertainly. A skinny pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back and stand at attention like a soldier. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the rail seem sullen and not particularly impressed. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says bitterly,
So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you noble lot, and you just give us speeches.
Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants both to calm him and scold him for his impudence.
Hmm. 3 or 4, I think, is probably the best. That kind of supports dissidents, though, so I don't know. Don't need to beat them. I don't think that's quite it. Yeah, ignore him. Rest assured, you won't be abandoned. You will be taken care of.
You can tell by their bright eyes that your words and the very fact of meeting the rogue trader in the flesh have left an indelible impression on them.
They don't fear you, they're not going to respect you.
Young ones. You won't recognize them in a year or two. They will learn to salute and speak only when permitted by their superior officer. But right now, clowning around is all they know.
Argenta rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay.
Hey, at least there wasn't a choice to be able to say, hey, make that one into a servitor already.
Right.
Or just
child
execute him.
servitorization. Yeah. Don't need to be that cruel.
Well, people would be.
Yeah.
I totally think that my solo playthrough through this is going to be as harsh as possible, just to see how awful I can make it.
You'd be a crime lord who's just out to slit everyone's throat.
Basically.
Bring heresy to all. I will burn the galaxy.
Strict to the point of lunacy.
I mean, like, at some point, you're going to be so strict that you don't have any followers.
The people that are our followers in this game are terrible human beings.
Yeah.
Not all.
Well.
So you're saying they're human beings?
Will you make him into a servitor? Sure.
Is it still loading for you?
The vessel stands ready, Lord Captain.
I'm chilling the bridge.
Yep, it just didn't switched. All right, should we go to the quarters or should we go to...
Not in yet.
The indicator lumens need to be replaced again. Can our shuttle pilots even land their craft without unnecessary damage?
That way that's done.
I love how smooth it works.
Yep.
I mean, I get that they have to have it reload because it's basically sending out the files and making sure everyone's in sync.
Yep.
But comparatively, like we said earlier, it is so smooth.
Smooth as butter.
No.
I mean, the only way to actually be able to craft additional characters at that point, however, is to go into solo mode.
Yes.
Create the individuals and then pick from them. Can you do that still in co-op?
No, I can drop out of co-op.
Well, I mean, create a bunch of specific ones and then hand those ones off to us.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, no, if I drop into solo mode, I can create the custom people.
Your lordship.
And then just restart a co-op.
I have no problems playing with the actual NPCs.
Yeah, me either. There's more story attached to that.
Yeah. You just mentioned we might need to.
We might need to, yeah.
This hefty tome contains schematics of the flagship of House von Valancius in addition to a plethora of notes, copies of reports, and other documents. This majestic portrait painted by a skilled artist greets guests who have been granted permission to enter the Lord Captain's quarters.
We actually go out to do a mission. The rest of us will be there.
Okay.
Yep, I'm just checking out the captain's quarters, and then we'll be done.
The positions of the pieces on the board suggest that this game of regicide was interrupted. The winner was never determined. The glinting of the displayed weapons is mesmerizing. You have never seen many of these articles before.
The game is regicide.
This fine sculpture made from a strange metal seems to absorb any rays of light that fall upon it. Liturgies of the faithful to his word and name. The text below this solemn heading looks noticeably faded. It appears that the prayer book has been kept open on this page for a very long time. A bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light, smooth surface of the object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes. The parlor organ seems to have been sitting idle for many years.
Goods in the office there.
Yep, I see it. And there's one over here too.
The bookshelves are packed with ancient books, piles of papers, and tomes, many of which look rather worn. The light glinting off the polished skull of some unknown Xenos makes it seem like the bony face is mocking you. The ticking of the clock is too quiet for its bulky size.
Vault has nothing in it. Take it that's where we can store stuff?
What all did you just manage to grab as far as that goes equipment-wise?
I will show you in a moment. Shrines of Remembrance. Oh, these are supporters, I take it.
Yeah.
$263 pages of that.
Yep.
Beyond the stained glass,
Nice bedroom.
the distant stars glimmer in the darkness of endless space, filling you with an odd sense of dread.
Yes, it is.
The long dead eyes of this fierce monster forever capture the fear and pain of its final moments.
Yeah, right? This huge, massive...
Oh, that's the tub?
The water's calming murmurs and the warm steam feel inexplicably deceptive. A moment of weakness and rest promises nothing but danger.
That is cool. Alright. Being Rogue Trader has some good benefits.
Yeah.
The coat of arms of House von Valancius is crowned with the text of the Oath of Rogue Traders, the Emperor's faithful servants.
You zoom in close enough, you can see the smoke coming off the candles.
Yeah.
You can see the actual flames and the lanterns.
Oh, wow.
The thing
Yes,
that
please.
gets me is just how the perfect combination of high tech and low tech falls together in this, the way this system works.
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool looking.
Oh, I love like the way that they did the outfits.
So we have a pistol, a shotgun, a chainsword, data slate, and some unfinished letters.
Yeah, if you do info, you can read them in detail.
Oh, info.
000111111100010001000110011N872-04. The final transactions with the chartist are complete. The fiery reckoning is now fully equipped. 000111110001000.
Binary shit.
The object has been loaded aboard with its containment intact and placed in the forebay to ensure maximum contact with the target. Coordinates sent and received by the brig 10011101010. Target's estimate 0011100. His chagrin is irrelevant. Voigtva's mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources, all wasted. He has failed at what he was supposed to be irreproachable at. Uncovering spies, and this one was a senior officer. I am not about to discard him. Conrad has served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly for the Protectorate. Besides, he is no fool. He could not have seriously expected to become the next in the von Valancius line when his skills and talents as Master of Whispers are so valuable. Let his disinheritance serve as a humiliating but instructive lesson from which he may yet learn.
All right, so commerce is currently 65. Persuasion is 60. Coercion is 55. So, yeah, there's some good...
It's like you're almost already overpowered.
Well, the character's been very focused on things. And no, not overpowered. Just skilled in what he's supposed to be skilled in. The cloak is cool because until I get wounded, I get +5 to all characteristics. Which is big help.
Especially as a sniper, something that stays in the back.
Exactly. Yeah. And then this, the Face of the Sovereign, you get 1 resolve when they kill someone. I think that would be good on someone. I figured I should probably keep the +3 logic for now until we have someone else who has better logic.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not showing who has the best here for now. But...
Yeah, we have to all be together, I do believe, for that.
Greetings, Lord Captain. Your Lordship.
It is time. Advice. Is there a better order?
Where to go?
Yeah, they mentioned there's a few different locations we need to go. I'm asking if there's a preferred order.
I believe that the first place to go is the space system for the Novus Nobilite.
Seneschal.
No, it's
No, I'm asking the Seneschal.
Oh, he's got a click.
Yeah, someone does.
Sorry.
The events of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader take place in a vast region of space known as the Coronus Expanse. This sector is composed of numerous star systems, many of which you will get a chance to visit. You will find yourself scouring the void in search of routes leading to new, uncharted systems, discovering more routes as you explore the expanse. What you see before you is the map of one such system.
The levels of, like, the enemy levels.
Yeah, none of these are going to be challenging.
Okay.
I was told there's some other things that develop if you go certain orders. I just don't know what that is.
It's possible.
I say we deal with the navigator first. It also appears to be the closest location.
Oh yeah, the
navigator,
navigator is there.
That's Urac 5.
Yep. Urac 5 is the navigator. Do we have a consensus?
Sure, let's go there.
Okay.
Lord Captain, reporting, the heralds of the Navies Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence. Perhaps due to Yorick V being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navies Nobilite House requires aid, and therefore, cannot respond to our Vox transmission.
I say scan.
Yep, scan. Get the augur to scan.
Yes, Lord Captain. The Vox remains silent for a while, but then you hear static and Victus's measured voice. The officers from the augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So, the question remains, why are the esteemed navigators heralds ignoring us?
Just to see. We could try contacting again just to see.
I doubt that'll work, but sure. Contact them again. I will negotiate personally if they answer.
The Vox relays the cadent sound of grinding gears and clicking tumblers. I am sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after an official greeting by Rogue Trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person.
Order the crew to commence docking with the station. Prepare all hands for attack.
Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you will have to look for the esteemed navigator's blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor light your path.
They will hear us, and they will hearken to our words, or perish. Alright, so what do we do?
I think you just gotta click on the station.
Oh, we just have to re-click it.
Well, quick get the begin scan. That's what you're doing to be able to tell what's there.
Okay, and then we want everyone.
Yeah.
Should we get 2 others, or just go with the 4?
I think the 4.
We're going to have 2 others very shortly.
Okay. I can't take myself off.
Rio 4 confirmed.
Sorry.
Who is the final confirmation?
Okay.
Wait, what?
I got.
We went 3, 4, 3, 4.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Wretches. You will be consigned to oblivion for your transgressions against House Orselio. Immortal Emperor, deliver your servants from peril. Prayers will not help you, servant of the damned.
I don't like this guy.
In the name of House Orselio, I command you to execute the infidels.
Information from people.
Yeah, I mean, you can always pull fingernails off.
No!
Not
More
a step
persuasive
further.
means.
Master, we have some strange guests on the station.
A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. 2 jet black unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead.
Step back. Or I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness.
Pomp and circumstance, or otherwise?
Tempted, but that one would work too. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? You guys can vote too. Tell me what you
I
think.
didn't know we got votes.
Yeah, no, if you click it, it'll actually post your picture there saying that that's what you're voting for. Abelard, if you'd be so kind as to introduce us.
The Seneschal takes a deep breath.
Before you stands his lordship the rogue trader Diemnix von Valancius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Coronis Expanse and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade. Allow me to point out that Nobilite custom requires the Lord Navigator to introduce himself first, but given the, unusual circumstances on the station, his lordship the rogue trader is willing to turn a blind eye to your hostility. But just this once. In this case, I shall turn a blind eye to your unceremonious invasion. But just this once.
There is a dangerous glint in the man's dark shrouded eyes.
Very well, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this place. So, you did not arrive to offer support to the traders? This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Urak-B is a holy sanctum for House Orselio and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list.
I wouldn't give him any information about the Inquisitor.
Nope. Provide me with a navigator and I will depart.
I do not think this is possible. Urak-B is an observation station. We do not sign contracts and do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of infinity and chart the movements of the warp storms. And besides...
Felix gestures at the disorder around him.
You have chosen an inopportune time for negotiations.
Tempted to do that. I came for a navigator. Come with me. But I doubt that's going to go over well. Let's quickly ask him this, and then we'll go for that. I do want to know what's going on. What is happening in the station? What are all these corpses for?
Betrayal. A most banal thing in the life of the Nobilite, don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Urak-B and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner. Greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light, their souls will perish in the darkness of the void.
Felix falls silent for a few moments and then furiously slams the end of his staff into the floor.
The madmen have captured Lady Kasia and are now torturing her upstairs while we are idly chatting down here. Help me rescue her or be gone, but waste no more of my precious time.
Wow.
You know how much I like to fight.
I'm gonna suggest that one as well too. You don't talk to a rogue trader like that. I don't care if you're a fucking navigator or not.
You're disrespecting the Golden Throne and the servant thereof. You will die.
Lord Captain, we still need a naviga. You invade the sacred dominion of the Navi's Nobilite and have the audacity to threaten me. On my own station?
The air around the keeper grows thick, and the navigator's eye trembles menacingly.
You shall face your inglorious demise, scion of a great family. Guards. It does not matter anymore. To arms.
The impure cannot escape their fate.
For the Emperor!
Before we start, can we equip you with this? Wrath of Saint Sirius. It does actually less damage, but better armor pen. And doesn't have cleave.
I'm just looking at that fucking shotgun. Jesus.
Put it on him, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm fighting with Idara. She doesn't...
It's only 8 to 12. He has one that does 10 to 15 right now.
Okay, where are we going to position ourselves?
But it does push the target 3 cells away.
I'm going to put myself over here.
Pistol does 4 to 6, but has burst shot and single shot. Oh, and gives dual wield auto talent. What?
Can I have the blast wave?
Go for it, if you want.
I mean,
that crazy
broad's got the fucking bolter.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you have the bolter. I don't know that you really need to have that.
Maybe that Wrath of Saint Drusus. It's nice to have a melee weapon, right?
If you have a If you don't have one, yes.
Yeah, I don't.
I will not.
Who should we put the Face of Sovereign on? Abelard or Idira or Argenta?
So my Helm of Devoted Protector is for Dogmatic. So if either of the other, if Idira or...
Currently don't have a helm on at all, and I do tend to kill a lot of people with that sniper rifle and or psychic screams.
Go for it. That actually would look cool on her.
Unable to change equipment in combat.
Ah, all right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Once you're in combat, you can't do anything. I forgot.
Is everyone in position where they want to be?
No.
Everybody should have control of their
I went to
character,
heavy
right?
cover. Yeah, you guys have access to your guys now. I went to heavy cover on the left. Idira can take up heavy cover on the right. And then that leaves Argenta. You can shift to the right with Idira and get behind at least half cover.
I got it.
Or full cover if you want to go way over there, that's fine. Are we all set?
Well, there's one person over here that we need to take out first.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep, I'm good.
Hit start battle if you guys are ready.
Yep.
Of course he goes first. Times of time space. Oof, Abelard.
Duty go hand in hand.
Ouch.
Fuck.
Argenta, you're up.
Uh-huh.
Send the Emperor's wrath upon these foes.
I would say the one that was on the right that you were talking about taking out has already gone this round. You might want to shift to half cover and burst fire the ones on the left.
Okay. Should I do cover or no cover?
Oh,
cover always if you can.
Stay in half cover, yeah.
Argenta will fold like cards if she's not in cover.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, that. Do that again.
Uh-huh.
No!
Did I hit
You shot better the first time.
One?
No, you just hit the one guy. Now he's moving up, taking a shot.
I'll revert to more conservative tactics.
Abelard. Smash. Good.
Your fall gives us the strength to carry on.
Once a character has suffered a certain number of injuries, these injuries are replaced with a trauma. Make use of medikits in time to treat injuries to avoid characters suffering traumas. Removing traumas is a more difficult task. They can only be healed by resting on the ship or in certain other places suitable for rest.
This is not the experience that I had, I'll put it that way.
A gloomy premonition clouds the mind.
That was very good.
That was beautiful. Warp is low right now, so have fun.
Yeah, I can still only do...
Oh yeah, no, I get that you can't do all of it. I'm just saying we're not like, on the edge of perils.
Well, and I can't do anything about Abelard.
You already made an attack.
Well, I mean, even then, I don't have a med kit.
I don't have a med kit either. Is there
Doesn't
anything
matter.
I can...
Yeah,
I do.
You can still help him up?
Once people are down, I think they're down for the fight.
Oh, okay. So, attack is what you're telling me to do.
I mean, you can try a med kit and see if it'll let you.
I don't have a med kit. I can't. But Argenta could.
To do so, she'd have to be out of cover.
I think I should probably lightning.
Yeah, lightning strike one of them up there to...
I will not be deterred. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us. actions will speak louder than words. Rejoice in service.
For the Emperor.
Yeah, that's better before you attack, because then the kills give you more momentum.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Ooh, they're all together.
I'm enraged.
Lightning.
Lightning just hits 4 targets. Doesn't matter if they're next to each other or not.
Oh,
There's 4 of them up there, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not us being the closest. Argenta, you might need to use that med kit on yourself. That didn't work well. You did nothing.
Wow.
Wow. Please don't kill me. Oh, good. I'm in full cover. Please, I'm in full cover. Ow.
Ow. Fucking Christ.
I think that just took back everything that you got.
Feel cold.
Adira, let him have it.
Farewell.
For fuck's sake.
That's Felix back there behind them, so.
Yeah. But they're the ones doing mass amounts of damage to us, which is...
I mean, this is the last fight of the invasion.
It's what?
This is the last fight. We just did.
Yeah, it's. If you make different choices, then there's a different order.
Well, I didn't know that. I just made the choices that I, you know.
I just want to do what it did. I've never taken that path.
Yeah, I took that path earlier, like on my own, and this happened to me. And
I would tell you to hit the ones on the right. You will kill 2 of them at least.
And so shall it be done. The Emperor commands.
If we fail, we just reload and all start in heavy cover and see if it makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, because half cover does not appear to be very.
I mean, it's a 35% versus 50% chance. It's not that big a difference. Until you have talents that affect it.
Oh, that's great.
Cover's kind of.
Oh.
I will avenge
Just lose your heavy cover.
Alright.
Your character has lost consciousness. Their wounds have been reduced to 0.
Oh, make it a
The
desperate
character can
move,
no
are ya?
longer participate in combat, nor can they be resuscitated by any means.
I don't think it's gonna
They will
matter.
regain consciousness after the battle and receive a trauma, which can be healed by resting on the ship or in certain other places suitable for rest.
See, the fact that you can stand on my corpse means I don't think you can res me.
Yeah. You're missing everything. What is going on?
Well, you're shooting from cover into cover, so yeah, there's 2 chances for cover to get hit.
Yuck. I mean, I shot from cover into cover and I hit.
I mean,
yeah, but you're using an attack that doesn't have to.
Yeah, I'm just
hit.
gonna do this. Like,
I
mean,
used
it's-
lightning. What?
We're doing our thing. So
That's a terrible position.
I know.
Yeah, well,
like,
it's-
we're almost dead anyway, so we're gonna end up reloading.
Well, for sure now.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
No, you must fight to the bitter end.
Keep
You
in
never
mind,
give up. Never surrender.
My bitter end is already on the ground, so.
Not if they win the fight.
You're literally
don't tell me I have
missing.
a 25% chance if you're just gonna shoot the damn. How do I still have?
You're using desperate measures.
Yeah, you get to fire until your rate of fire is igniting that.
I
Well, I mean,
I'm not doing anything
to the wall though.
That's how.
Shoot your buddy. Shoot your buddy. That's awesome.
To the Emperor's
Okay,
light,
whatever.
for I am his chosen.
Your sacrifice
Please don't.
won't be in vain.
Oh, oof. Glad you shot your friend.
All right, bring it home.
Like, I will be fine. You're gonna fry this time.
And so it shall be done.
The choice.
Your corrupt way has failed.
I didn't jump far enough.
No.
No, it has a limited range from its origin target.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's based on the origin target you pick. Picking somebody on the end means you won't jump as far as if picking somebody in the middle. In this case, there weren't a lot of options because everybody's spread out.
Yeah.
I would move to the back of the statue.
I was gonna say, would it be worth moving over here
Yeah.
or here?
I'd move.
If you can take out the bodyguard that's on the left there, being on the left side's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I would tell you to move over there and then sniper rifle that asshole.
Should I move there so I have a cleaner shot on him?
Yep. That's what I would do.
Okay.
And that way you can.
Rejoice in service.
Better to sniper rifle that guy right there.
It's gonna be close. Please do it. Oof. Thank the Emperor. I serve the Golden Throne.
Ooh, super close.
All right, so who's our next target? That guy?
I would slide over and.
I'll
I would
tactics,
hit the guy in the middle. I'd hit the guy in the middle first and then slide.
Well, I can't move after I fire, so should I?
Shit, that's right.
Should I stay where I am and fire?
Yes.
At that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Should I analyze enemy on that guy or analyze enemy on Felix in the back? Since that guy's probably gonna go.
Do you have a line of sight to him?
To Felix? I can analyze on him.
They're all
don't have to have
named
line of sight.
Felix.
What?
They're all named Felix something.
So the
Oh, they are
bodyguard.
Felix.
The bodyguard you're
Felix. No,
closest to,
Felix
you're already
Orsilio, the psyker.
Yeah.
The
No, I
navigator.
just shoot the guy in the front. He's only got 4 hit points.
Right. So I'm gonna do this.
You'd be wasting analyze.
So that
Ooh,
I was saying,
cut
should
in
I?
half. Damn.
Should I analyze enemy on Orsilio, the navigator?
I think so.
Doesn't matter. Whoever you're gonna shoot next time.
The Emperor commands.
Those carry. So.
Oh, the Emperor, protect me. All right. So should I go for Felix Orsilio or go for the bodyguard?
I would move up to the next chunk of full cover and shoot that bodyguard in the back. Yep.
The sniper?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the one that's using a las gun because he's got a lot more chance to hit you with the single shot.
Please, by the Emperor, can kill him. Kill him!
And so shall it be done. Another step towards our ultimate victory.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, you're gonna do it all on your own.
Hey, there's a reason I am the rogue trader. By the Emperor's grace, I commit thy soul to the warp, for where it belongs.
I will not be deterred.
Nope, I missed.
And you're just gonna keep building up stacks on him until you finally hit him and explode him.
I'd move up.
The Emperor commands.
Where should I move up to? I don't have very far range.
Yeah, you can't move all the way to cover over there, so
Yeah, you're in a good position right now.
I'd stay right where you're at.
It says I have 62% chance. So you like that? Ooh. By the Emperor's grace, the rogue trader saved all your lives. Oh man.
That was
wild. Oh man. Whew. I will admit, that was pucker. Just a bit. Ooh. A navigator staff, but can't be equipped by it.
The examine over here is awareness.
Mine's 40.
I got a 75.
That's the same thing I have. We have flak
white,
chest plates.
Bright, pure color, and it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
Yeah, flak kind of sucks. Got a huge penalty for very low armor percentage.
I mean, it's better than going in naked, I'd think.
No, if you're a dodge
character. The corpses were mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity.
Wait.
The faces are twisted in shame and
we
the
weren't
hands
done
are
yet.
fused with improvised weapons, tools, scissors, and cutlery.
Proven myself yet again.
Guys are moving
Want to finish looking here?
Inventory.
Oh, was there a control rod?
Yes.
It's in our inventory.
Okay, it's back this way.
What's back this way?
The control light. So, the thing that you have to do, you have to go back to back where we jumped.
Well, we're supposed to be exploring anyways, dude.
Okay.
Not just going the way we're supposed to go.
Alrighty.
So it looks like you can't get through there. So you have to go that way to get in the back.
Yep.
There's nothing off to the right.
The corpses were mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain and the hands are fused with improvised weapons, tools, scissors,
we have to go turn
and
it on.
cutlery.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gotta be powered.
The elevator's power is out.
Okay, go through.
Duty prevails.
Somebody that is good with
Look
traps.
closer.
The conspirators are trying to break through to the guard rooms.
So
We are bound by the blood
I'm
of
gonna
martyrs.
disarm.
Demolitions. Who's demolitions?
Me.
Well, it's all you.
Traps.
I
There is a
better
trap up
myself
ahead.
through my service.
Order your character to
Stay
disable it.
faithful, and you
If
will
a character
be
enters a
rewarded.
trapped area or fails the test to disarm it, the trap will trigger, dealing damage and
Never doubt
inflicting
me.
injuries on all characters within its area of effect. Sometimes you will see a trap marked with a red area and a connecting dotted line.
Do we want to
This line
get
leads
rid
to
of
the
injuries?
mechanism that controls the trap. Hover your cursor over the mechanism. If the cursor changes to a trap icon, the trap can be disarmed by interacting with the mechanism. Click LMB on the mechanism to attempt the disarm test. If you have your entire party selected, the character with the highest relevant skill score will go to disarm the trap. If a trap is marked with a red area without a dotted line, simply approach the trap and click on it to attempt the disarm test. Different skills are used to disarm different types of traps.
Somebody triggered it.
Not me.
I was on the other side. I didn't go down there.
There's guys over there to the left that triggers that as well.
Fire at will. For house or Celio.
At will.
You can tell me that we aggroed everyone in the whole complex.
To eternal darkness.
See, I stayed way back here. I was trying to avoid them and just pick up the goods that were sitting.
For context, this is the first battle that if you don't take the one that we just fought. So hopefully this won't be nearly as bad.
Should I load so you guys can finish taking off the injuries?
No, I mean, we're all healed up. The injuries don't go away with medkits.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. There's a chance.
Okay.
It's a very slim chance that these medkits.
Alright, I'm good. Actually, wait. Yep, I'm good. Let me fuck.
I mean, I'm not hurt.
Of course you're not. GG.
I serve the Emperor.
I'm good.
Start the battle whenever we're ready.
And Adira's up first. Adira, there's no warp. Have fun.
Yeah, there's nobody in reach of that.
Nope, but you can still snipe them.
Well, there's always warp. There's just no veil degradation yet.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. There's no veil degradation right now. So, forewarning is probably good to put on someone.
Dodging is good.
Forewarning, analyze enemy, and take a shot.
Forewarning you.
Putting in prescience, that helps a lot too.
Yeah, when we get that.
Yeah, prescience, you can buff willpower, which makes your forewarning even more potent.
Nice.
Because it scales off your willpower.
Man, her image is so much better with this upgrade. Like, it's just clean and crisp. That's what I like, though, is they didn't change her looks, right? They just enhanced them.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Oh, I missed. Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind.
You hit. Did some good damage.
Yeah, it cut away from being able to see him.
Yeah.
When the shot did that. It was too far away.
Alright, let's see here. You guys are all the way around that table.
Took care of this one.
Nice shot.
Single shot with a pistol kills somebody like that. That's definitely good.
Yeah.
Okay, use the restroom.
All right. You got a bit till it's your turn. Especially with how many of them there are. Sister Argenta, would you please rain down the Emperor's fury upon these infidels?
Like, absolute poop.
Yeah, I thought Malkov said he was the one going to the bathroom.
Yeah, Malkov did.
Move up to a different chunk of cover if you need to.
Yeah, like none of my movement allows me to get to cover.
Ugh. Oh,
like
that sucks.
That's gonna give me any better shot. I mean, maybe this one.
I mean, you could go there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Shows you have sight lines on a few of them, and I mean, something of a shot is better than nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like you should have a decent shot on the guy. Oop. Not that guy, but that worked.
Better than nothing.
Yep.
Can I get down there? Of course I can't. I'm not. Wow. Like.
Well, remember, one of the things about Argenta is you can move out, take your shot, run and gun, move to the next thing of cover, and then shoot.
Yep.
Okay.
And then dash back into cover.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't dash yet. Never mind.
Well, I
you
mean,
gotta get dash ASAP.
Even if you use run and gun, you can still move out of cover, take
You can
a
move
shot
out,
outside of cover,
blast,
and then
run and gun back to cover
to get back into another type of cover or to get.
So right now I'm on my run and gun movement in cover.
Well,
yeah, you don't want to leave cover then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Unless you can be in cover, you gotta stay in cover.
Absolute useless.
Nah, you hit once.
I mean, yeah, I mean, burst fire at low ballistic skill is not good. You're starting at like 40% to hit sometimes.
Yeah.
And then every shot after that, it's worse because of the recoil on a bolter.
Yeah.
Rejoice in service.
I just single shot with her until she was, like a bounty hunter. You might be able to zap both those guys in front of you.
Yeah. I was trying to see if I could get the other thing off, but I can't.
And so it shall be done. Your corrupt way has failed you.
Close. 2 points left.
Yeah, I'll do it on you guys. Oh. I can't do it on Abelard because it counts as a different level. There it goes. Now let me.
I will not be deterred.
Yeah, you have to hit halfway between the two levels for the way that works for that.
Yeah, that was odd.
Yeah, the medics moved.
Okay, that becomes a good shot for you to burst fire if none of them are in cover.
My ears are ringing.
Yes.
I shall endure everything with unshakable faith.
Oh, good. 0 damage. I'll take that. We'll be happy with that on Abelard. Abelard's doing much better this time in cover.
Well, I got to get toughness off.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
It makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
Endure base rank impact.
Endure, sorry.
Okay.
All right. I'm not up for a while, so I'm going to leave this going so everyone can watch, but I'm going to run and refill my coffee.
Okay.
That's one thing that's awesome about combat. We can all take turns when we need to step away.
Yep.
Doesn't cause a problem.
Nope, that's not going to work.
I'd recommend the squad commander or the Medicaid.
I've never felt pain like this.
Oh,
ooh, that hurt.
That
Ow,
was not.
holy fuck, what was that?
What did
Perils
you do?
of the War. I tried to
did you
forewarn you.
I already had it. You already cast it on me. It's the whole battle.
Yeah,
You don't have to cast it every turn. It's a permanent buff for the duration of the battle. Most buffs are.
Ooh, lucky. Abelard's got 2 medics, or like, he's got three med packs, so I would say Adira try and catch up to Abelard.
Fuck no, I ain't going out in the middle of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Abelard kill shit.
There.
Draw fire.
Such a badass.
Oh, wait. Why did I not get to charge?
Huh?
Oh, I was short on action points that turn. Damn. I am not used to that. That's weird. Why did I lose an action point?
Just a minor setback.
Okay. So I'm going to move out of cover.
Take a single shot.
I'm gonna take a single shot, yep.
Until you are able to manage the recoil, it's going to be hard to make good use out of burst.
There.
Oh, you used running gun last turn.
I used running gun already. Fuck me. That's no good.
No. You might take a nap.
Let's see if focus furious recital helps. Doubt it.
No, it's not going to provide enough when you only hit one target and you're not anywhere near the enemies.
Hey, see, look, I'm back, and it's just now my turn. Oh, just out of reach. Abelard, why are your eyes glowing in on that side of the spectrum? Did I miss something?
Forewarned, he's got it on there basically the whole battle.
don't have a really good place I could move. And I can't zap those guys, so I guess I'm gonna go back to the sniper rifle.
I would recommend the Medicaid.
The Medicaid?
Yep. If possible.
I can't hit him.
Nope. That one. Oh, you can't do it.
I cannot hit the Medicaid.
Okay.
Too far out. Shoot
No,
what you can
just
down
the.
next.
He's right on the other side of the.
Here's
pillar.
a good spot to eliminate a gun from the field.
I was gonna go ahead and pop that guy off on the left so he stops being able to shoot.
Yep. He's a good target.
Let this be the warning to all who are
Only 35 overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah, sniper rifles are awesome.
Now the Medicaid, guard Medicaid, is now in position I can actually try to hit him. I thought about going for the squad commander, but...
Brace yourself,
3.
Abelard.
Not bad.
I do have... I think I have... Do I have a... Hang on.
Dira, that would put you in a good position to hit all 4. One that you can't hit.
Only got a 12 cell range.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
I do have one med kit on me, so I'll come back and heal you.
As long as the deer stays in cover and snipes, I think be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's part of the thing, like, do I count as being wounded now that I've taken a little bit, or do I still have my buff?
If you've taken damage, I don't know what buff you're talking about though.
It says that you have 5 plus 5 to all characteristics, and it looks like it's gone now because I did take a hit. Even though it's slight, I'm under 30.
Very nice shot.
Leo. Dog's growling at my wife. Not a wise choice.
Guy's got 1 hit point left. 2.
Sucks.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Ooh, wow. Boy, I've been getting lucky. Single shots. Fuck off. Running gun into full cover. Let's see if... Nope.
Should be able to hit that guard pretty well, I think.
Can escape the Emperor's judgment.
No, that worked.
Reload.
Sniper rifle that guard defender on the left side.
The Emperor commands.
Say goodbye.
The Emperor on yourself first.
Your corrupt way has failed.
Oh, I should have.
It stacks with itself.
That would have been smart. Should I still put it on me or put it on one of you guys?
It doesn't matter. We're almost done.
Okay.
I'm probably not going to hit momentum.
No. Oop, hit him.
Yeah, that guy got no. That guy had no chance.
All right, Adira, can you snipe that guy out? One guard left, directly across from you.
Yeah, I don't have line of sight from where I'm at. No. Apparently.
Really?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna move to here. Missed.
Yeah, no, mine did too. Whenever I did the same thing.
That's okay. I'll let Abelard take care of it.
Yeah.
Abelard.
Get it.
I do think that last combat was funny. The fact that I was the only one. Like, as the rogue trader. The rogue trader saved everyone.
You a target.
GG, everyone.
Nice job, gents.
Run around, grab stuff.
Locked.
The heavy door is secured by a sophisticated mechanical lock. There must be a way to unlock it from somewhere else.
Who's got best lore Imperium?
Statue by the famous Calixian sculptor and chronicler Ashurus Vernon the Magnificent.
Mine's at 15.
The 23rd year of this millennium.
Mine was
Original.
85.
75.
Fucking terrible.
Ooh, wow.
The divine
The library
watches
is full
over
of
us.
treatises by the most distinguished scholars of the Imperium, from Astra Militarum Tacticians to Adeptus Mechanicus Genellus.
See, right there.
Shit.
Where do we need
Okay.
Lore Imperium?
I've already got it.
You did it?
I better myself.
Yeah, it was
through
over
my
here on
The
the
statue.
the statue
Next to your left.
Yeah.
Here, this one right here.
Statue by the famous Calixian sculptor and chronicler Ashurus Vernon the Magnificent. The 23rd year of this millennium. Original.
Apparently saying I had 75 didn't matter.
He had 85.
No.
With each step, I
Lore
forge
Imperium
my
is
destiny among the
35.
stars.
The library is full of treatises by the most distinguished scholars of the Imperium,
85%
from Astra
chance to
Militarum Tacticians to Adeptus Mechanicus
Versus
Genellus.
100%.
Oh. Yeah. As long as we succeeded, that's what matters.
Yeah, it's probably best to wait.
Why are the
and
shadows
let
moving?
everybody check
It's like
before
they're
we
alive.
Have anybody click?
Yeah.
Because I hit my
One and
head.
done.
Okay.
Idira, stop castigating yourself. Your soothsayings have always been vague. Even if you
So
had,
here's an athletics.
who
I have a
among us would
65%
have realized
chance
that it
over
was
here.
Lady
Why are the
Theodora
shadows
who was
moving?
in peril?
It's like they're
Which-
alive.
Mine's 55.
Is it
I
because
think
I hit my
athletics,
head?
you're actually the best. Athletics 35. Oh no, you're not. You're 30. So I have 5 more than you.
Well,
How do I
usually
have more
we're-
athletics than you?
Because you've got that fucking cloak on.
Yeah, I know. Should we check this room first?
Why are the shadows moving? It's like they're alive.
I think there's a trap
Is
in
it
there.
because I hit my head?
Out
Yeah,
of
there
the
is.
ordinary. Let
Wait.
us walk this
Then
path to
come
the
back.
end.
Yeah. There's
You
a
don't
door
unpause
here.
it without re-clicking where you move, because otherwise you'll unpause
Why are
it
the
and
shadows
run
I
into a
didn't
trap.
unpause it.
It's like they're alive. Is it because I hit my head?
Accomplished.
There we go.
More goods.
Why are the shadows moving? It's like they're alive.
Who's got good
Is it
tech
because
use?
I hit my head?
65%.
I have tech.
Okay, go for it.
I have
The door on the
58
left.
tech.
Or we
You have
have
30.
Why are the shadows moving? It's like they're alive.
So I'll get it.
Is it because I
Where
hit
is
my
it?
head?
In the room?
left. No, up at the top. Beside
Oh,
Avalon.
up here.
We shall
Were you going to disable the
reclaim
trap?
what is rightfully ours.
Why are the shadows moving?
Oh, I can't from that.
It's like they're
vantage
alive.
point.
Is it because I hit my
It's
head?
got
You have to do it in here.
I
Unlock.
rise above hardships.
Wait.
Why are the shadows
It's
moving?
on this side of the door.
It's like they're alive.
Trap
Is it
spot
because I hit my head?
Got it.
There's a little red line usually leading to wherever the disarm spot is.
Nice.
Why are
All
the
right,
shadows
let's
moving?
save here.
It's like they're alive. Is it because I hit my head?
And then we'll go into this room.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Did you hear the screams? Move. Sir, are you all right? We can't hear anything. Now I see. You are in league with them. Is this an insurrection? Yes, indeed. Death to the traitors. Sir, what are you doing? Get a hold of yourself, sir.
He's going mad.
I know, you are all traitors. Traitors, all of you. They told me, they whispered. Hey, who are you?
Wow. Wait, he just died?
No, you shot him.
Okay.
Got tactical goggles.
Ah.
Those are pretty good.
Noble silk gloves, 5 to persuasion.
Ooh, I should put those on. It removes 3 tech use.
No,
still might be worth doing.
I would say it's probably worth doing.
We'll usually get surprised by conversation. Research notes. Keeper Theobald. Dialogue we get thrown into. Tech use we can swap to when needed. Intercepted conversation between officers.
Yeah, that's
sometimes tech use comes up in conversation.
Yeah, that's true. So my text use is 55. My persuasion is 65.
Lots of peeps.
Alright, hold on.
For some reason, the arch-enemy's twisted influence has found its way into the station.
Do we want to get the other doors, or...?
Where is the child? Is she safe?
Yep.
Yeah,
get the doors.
For some reason, the arch-enemy's twisted influence has found its way into the station.
It takes a tech.
I have proven myself yet again.
Ooh, goods. Tech use. I can do that.
Unlocked.
Accomplished.
Bunch of cargo in here.
Nice.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
What?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good. There's a Carapace armor chest plate in here. It's light armor with no dodge penalty.
The Carapace?
The
Yeah, we should put it on.
Long last is really good.
Ooh, that is.
Please? Unless, well, I mean, she's not a last person. She's a bolt person.
Yeah, you're not.
No, he uses bolters, like all the way.
Yeah. The light Carapace. Who would that be best on? Abelard. Who would that be best on? I could use the armor. And Idira could. And I don't think. Yeah, it's not better than what Argenta has. Argenta has her own.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
25.
Idira should wear it.
Idira?
Probably, yeah.
Already got it. I already switched to your well-maintained sniper rifle once you switch to the long.
Want to make sure we did it. Good job.
Huh?
Oh, there's a fellowship cloak. I might need it.
I don't have a fellowship. I don't have a cloak of any kind on.
The cogitator's screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood.
Nobody benefits from it at this
stage. The buttons, switches,
Okay.
and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish.
The people you'd want to put it on generally aren't going to be in the middle of combat. I guess you could do a Sentinel build where you had a high fellowship and buffed a bunch of people.
So I guess we have to awaken the cogitator that's suffering.
Of course.
You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever.
This is where techies can end up being part of
screen
the
of the sacred
conversation.
engine
Often we
flickers.
interact with like
The
cogitators.
cogitators inside emit creaks and groans and the lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the cogitator's systems.
Yeah, let's examine the logs.
The archive data stored on the cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted, but you still manage to access the residual logs for examination. The Vox recording hisses for some time before you hear a voice. This is Officer 282, do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels, chambers are 2D are unpowered. The Tech Priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Requesting back. The officer's speech is interrupted by shouting and the recording abruptly ends. Officer H-123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression of the living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls.
Oof.
Senior station officers, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winter Scale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure it was even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are on our own, so remain vigilant.
That's not going to make anyone paranoid.
Anyone could be a traitor, you hear me? Anyone. If you are in doubt,
is not
shoot
whether
to
or
kill.
not you are paranoid. The question is if you are paranoid enough.
The following Vox recordings are too badly distorted to make out even a single word. Report X-880 originator, classified. Date, classified. The servants close to the child have started butchering one another again. An order came from above to have their remains reprocessed. Report X-886 originator, classified. Date, classified.
You make dinner.
The negotiations with the Winter Scales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. Report X-891 originator, classified. Date, classified. Data expunged.
Wow. Docking logs?
The log is almost completely corrupted, but you managed to recover the latest entry. Identity confirmed, Regent Aron to Orsleo. Date of visit, classified. Reason for visit, classified.
Regent to that house
Date of
was
departure, classified.
Examine security and life support.
The yellow lights above the control panel flicker to life and a singular repeating message streams down the vid screen. Warning. Damage in technical compartments are 12, B3, D8 and H24 detected. Warning. Living quarters L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning. Unable to access the station's docking system. Warning. Energy regulation system, unknown error. The station will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised.
Wow.
Warning.
Cryptid data?
Something buzzing in the cogitator's metallic gut. Several red lumens light up above the vid screen. Required access level, security captain or above.
What's your chance on it?
Current access level, senior security officer.
80%? Do you think the 3 is going to make that big of a difference?
I don't think 3 will do a whole lot. It might give 1 or 2% at most. We'll try it.
The vid screen flashes
Failed.
furiously and the control panel starts spitting out sparks that bite. You thank the machine spirits and reset the operating protocol. The cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks. You thank the machine spirits and reset the operating protocol.
We'll have to load.
You fail.
Yeah.
What about another? Can someone else step up?
Goggles. Hit chance and crit chance. Ooh. Tactical goggles is nice.
The cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. You thank the machine spirits and reset the operating protocol.
So you guys good if we load and try to do that?
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
Where did we save at last?
It was right before we hit it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
It was at least in that room we were looting. But I think it was after that.
What we need right now is better med kits. I would really like my broken ribs and fucking...
No kidding.
Veil degradation scales from 0 to 20 and does not transfer between battles. It is the same value for all cycles in a battle.
Yeah, see, it was right here before we did it.
Okay,
so what I'll do, since I had 80, I'll throw that back on the gloves. And we'll see what difference that makes.
The cogitator's vid screen is covered in... You turn a few of the remaining... There is a restless hum in the sacred machine's interior, but soon the required information is projected onto the vid screen. Felix Orslio. Location, main entry hall. Status, deceased.
Wonder why.
Theobald Orslio. Location, upper chambers. Status, alive. Calora Orslio. Location, upper chambers. Status, deceased. Alexius Orslio. Location, lower levels. Status, deceased. Rasmus Stephen Orslio.
Only one alive.
Location, unknown. Status, deceased.
Well, I mean, we killed fella.
The child. Location, upper chambers. Biometric parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress level exceeds the permissible limit. Status, unknown error. Attention. Calming procedures advised. Attention. Upper chambers inaccessible. Error, the main elevator mechanism is not powered. Error, the control rod is not present. If the rod has been misplaced, immediately contact a station keeper or the Navi's Laboratorum custodian. The archive data stored on the Vox recording. Officer A. Seniors, the following. The Vox. Off. C. The following Vox. Report. Report X. Report X. The log is almost completely corrupted. The yellow lights above the control panel flicker to life and a singular something buzzes buzzing
so
in the
we had 80. Yeah, it
gut.
bumps it by 3.
Several red lumens light up above the vid screen.
So we have 83%
Required
chance.
access level, secure. You easily bypass the restrictions imposed on the sacred machine.
Poor experience.
The cogitator's overloaded processors were unhappily. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. You find traces of the purge protocol. Recovery is impossible, but a list of the most recent commands, having been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness, now flits across the screen in a single creeping line. Child Elatepict flow disable Excescodianal station controls delete activate shuttle self-destruct purge command log.
Wow.
Well then.
Exploring the archives for a while longer yields a surviving excerpt from the guard captain's report mentioning that the security system had recently been reconfigured without his knowledge. His comment reads, "Only the keepers of the station have access to the life support systems. But Keeper Theobald had not left the child's side, and neither had I. Could it be that?"
Ooh.
The vid screen blinks and the mechanisms in the machine's core emit a quiet hum. The cogs within the sacred mechanism slowly start turning with heavy grinding and clacking. The cogitator's vid screen goes dark as if the machine spirits had fled their mechanical casket. But your assumption is incorrect, as it fills with static just a few moments later. You can barely make out an inscription amidst the flow of rapidly changing symbols. Warning. Data corrupted. Processing. Processing.
Oh
Processing.
no.
Error. is required.
I almost want to look this one up.
I mean, look them both up. Like the one in the dialogue and the...
Alright, we'll try number 6.
The cogitator takes a few moments to gather the data from the station's active systems and produces the following message. The protocol has been executed.
Don't you know I speak binary?
The passage has been opened.
Yeah, it's a puzzle. You can definitely figure it out without looking at it.
Yeah?
I mean, like,
how do you figure it out?
I mean, like, I've clicked on all of them before, and they don't really do anything.
Okay, so now that we did all of them, are we supposed to hit 7 now?
What's 7?
No, it opened the door.
But how do you go back?
Yeah, 7 should go back.
The vid screen blinks and the mechanisms in the machine's core emit a quiet hum. A few manipulations with the switches make you realize the elevator to the upper chambers is blocked. Processing query. Confirmed. The vid screen blinks and the mechanisms in the machine's core emit a quiet hum. You thank the machine spirits and reset the operating protocol.
Wow. Save that.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Too many voices. I can hear their rage. The door is open, come and avenge us, they say.
That's called veil degradation.
Do we need to go back out to the main entrance, or we go through this door?
We shall reclaim
did just open this door.
rightfully ours.
We did.
The caustic
Medicae.
stench of reagents
Where's the
sears your
best
nostrils
Medicae?
and broken glass crunches underfoot. Somebody wanted to destroy the
Mine's a
laboratory.
60%.
Or find something.
Don't click it. Let's see who has the
Why not?
highest Medicae.
I have 15 Medicae total.
55, you get the highest.
Medicae is 55. So I guess that would mean I should do it. With an 80% chance.
The caustic stench of reagents sears your nostrils and broken glass crunches underfoot. Somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory. Or find
Did I
something.
succeed then?
No.
That's a fail?
Yeah.
The caustic stench of reagents sears
We
your
had 80%
nostrils and
and we
broken
failed?
glass crunches underfoot. Somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory.
Doing 10.
Or find something.
Nah, I want to know what it says.
It's the same thing, it's just you get like 7 experience points.
Oh. So
Yeah,
the only
you're-
difference is
you're
experience.
don't reload those.
Okay, I didn't know there was just 7 experience. I thought they gave you tip or
getting
hint.
like a pittance of experience.
I know, if it's just, you know...
Synthetic amniotic fluid pools across the floor.
There you go.
Barely discernible
Hey,
traces
succeeded.
stretch to the side opposite the entrance.
I didn't know it was just 4 experience. I thought,
Two
I thought it would give you potentially some info that would be helpful.
Now, there's something that we're supposed to do here,
Blessed
and I
is
fucked it
Von
up. when I
Valencia's
played.
bloodline.
What just happened?
I remade the control rod. So there's a puzzle in here too. So if you look in the inventory, and you see those three cubes with samples in them,
Yeah.
and there's 3, like the meteorite chunk, the adamantine. You can create dust, and then there's. Did we get any of the Yeah, the data crypts, 41, 40, and then there's 4. Did we pick up 4?
There's only 3 possible completions.
And one of them breaks. One of them breaks it. We're missing one of the data crypts. Looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You use the restroom over here. Right back.
Yep.
There's a goods somewhere that we missed.
Okay, well, let's hold off on this puzzle then, since we don't have everything you said.
Yep.
Before we go, what does Lady Cassia's Medicae say?
They all just lost their minds. Please, don't kill me.
Interesting. So, I guess now we head back to the elevator?
Yeah, but if we don't do the puzzle, we're not coming back.
Oh, hold on. What do you mean we're not coming
We
back?
are bound by
Well, I
the
mean,
blood
there's
of
no.
martyrs.
I don't think there's really a reason to come back once we.
Oh. Well, I was saying,
Yeah.
you said we didn't have all the pieces, so I assumed we'd
Most
come
of
back
these
later.
unfortunate souls took their own lives by
So
slicing
we're
their guts
missing
wide
one
open.
that we just didn't find.
Most of these unfortunate souls took their own lives by slicing their guts wide open.
Wow. That's not cool.
Seppuku. Seppuku.
Yeah.
Know your duty.
The library is full of treatises by the most distinguished scholars of the Imperium, from Astra Militarum Tacticians
Is
to
it
Adeptus
upstairs
Mechanicus
that you
Generis.
get the other piece?
I don't remember.
I thought everything was down here.
I didn't see that we missed anything.
What's going on?
That's why I'm double checking.
They're saying we're missing a piece for that puzzle.
But just paused.
We got 1, 2, 3 blood sample or flesh samples. We got
3 flesh, 3 meteorite, and 2 data crypts.
Yeah, we need one. We need one more data crypt.
Yeah, missed a data crypt somewhere.
Is it on this level or upstairs?
It's here.
It's
okay.
not
We're done for.
upstairs.
They'll kill us all. I can't take this anymore.
Do we know where?
Well, I
Somewhere.
No, I'm looking everywhere for like goods that we missed. I mean, it could be something really, really small, like a sliver of a book on.
It could be we didn't spot the thing.
The library is full of treatises by the most distinguished scholars of the Imperium,
Maybe
from
it's
Astra Militarum
essentially the way,
Tacticians to
though.
Adeptus Mechanicus Generis.
Don't know.
Maybe it's in the place where you jump over the athletics. Like maybe it's in the place where Felix people were.
Most of these unfortunate souls took their own lives by slicing their guts wide open. The Lady Navigator's statue looks pristine and new.
Over.
Well, we can look around here, see if we
The
see it.
divine watches over us.
Oh, look! There's a whole bunch of T-posing.
Do we go back to the void ship to get rid of our wounds?
I guess we can.
Does it make a
I'm
difference?
not wounded.
The rest of us are.
The
Do we need
corpses
it?
were mauled by a force far
Upstairs?
beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain and the hands are fused with improvised weapons, tools, scissors, and cutlery.
I am getting a -20 to strength and toughness, and my action points are reduced by 1 by my broken rib.
I'm asking for a minor spoiler. Do we need to do it before we go upstairs?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think there's a fight upstairs.
Okay.
No,
that's the only reason I wanted to ask.
We're fine even if we have a fight.
I mean, either...
I want to get it cleared, but if this place is almost done, then we'd be about to head back to the ship anyways.
Yep, I think we're fine.
Let us walk this path to the end.
I guess it depends on how we resolve this.
The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs stands with her arms raised, her hands deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. And when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. You are enveloped in despairing grief, and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill with lead, your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from this station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moment, you master your emotions and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Idira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper.
Ow, ow, ow. As if my own little pals weren't bad enough, now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy.
Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head, and her white hair veils her face.
Three. Persuasion, 100%. Coercion, 100%. I love this. We got the end based.
I mean, you're wearing the gloves, you might as well.
Persuade her.
I know why I'm here, and so I will stand strong. That's actually not bad either. Does that boost our iconoclast, or is that just using the iconoclast?
No, that just requires having the iconoclast. I don't think that will raise. It might, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
Even if it does, it's not a detriment to anything else.
Lady Cassia, I'm here to help you. Calm yourself.
She wearily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both a sob and the howl of a small wounded animal.
What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you? Who are you?
Girl number 5. Oh boy. Or 3, yikes.
Dimnix von Valancia, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. We're gonna play it
settles
silver.
over her features and she nods cautiously.
Pardon my manners, DMX.
Oh my God!
I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of great sorrow for our house.
Yeah.
What is this? I feel faint.
The heavyset old man, who has been kneeling nearby, erupts into low sobs. His eyes, swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room, as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them.
The child, Lady Cassia, where are you? Sacred child. Throne preserve.
Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side.
You.
The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils, as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk.
Ugh.
My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Orselio down upon your head.
Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged it's making the whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his.
Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed, whoever you are.
Abelard places a hand on his weapon.
Persuasion and commerce, both 100%.
I have already dispatched Felik. Do you want to follow him?
Right. At present, I am trying to determine what is happening here.
I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felix service. So who are you?
To you, old man, I am your lordship rogue trader.
Yeah. If we were that, I absolutely would. Abelard, would you introduce us, please? Follow the custom.
His lordship rogue trader Diemnix von Valancius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Coronis Expanse and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade, extends his greetings. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy? How interesting. Your kind always make an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone.
Shoot him in his third eye.
Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful. And so House Orselio now asks a service of you: save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer, think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide.
What's the service you ask of me? And then we'll go with that. But I want to know details. And then I want to know what happened between them.
Hope glimmers in the navigator's milky eyes.
Save the sacred child. Take her away from this station. I fear I do not have long left.
A bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin, and he wipes the mutated blood brusquely away with his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slightest movement must be causing him unbearable pain.
Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Eranto, acting head of House Orselio, in the Coronis Expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort.
I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl.
Yeah?
Argenta looks at Cassia, and a painful furrow appears on her brow.
Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden upon her shoulders.
I want to know what happened between you and Felik.
I want to know what happened between you and Felik.
Felik is my wayward student. He came to Urakbi as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child. To revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss.
Good kid.
To pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our novitors, Tisiphone Orselio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy, the renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the novitor's throne.
How could you lose control of your own station?
Do not thrust my errors in my face. I am twice your age, and twice as wise. Take my advice, trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or a far-fetched idea of a bright future.
Why are you talking as though you expect to die here?
Theobald shrugs indifferently.
My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felik inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the throne, slowly enough to see that the child is taken care of.
If you need help, there's Medicaid on my deck of my ship.
But Theobald only shakes his head.
No, I am the keeper of Urakbi and I will perish along with my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to.
I believe I've made my decision.
Is that so? Please share your thoughts.
Let's take Cassia.
Cassia's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to take Cassia.
Yes.
Not just because it's what you should do, because it makes the most sense. He's not going to make it.
Well, and he smells like a rotting fish. Fuck that.
Exactly. Very well. Cassia shall come with us. In exchange for her service, guiding our vessel through the warp, we will ensure her safety.
Good. That is good.
The old man nervously licks his lips.
But do allow us to say our proper farewells.
Indeed.
Wake up, my mistress. My
Jesus
sacred
almighty, he's about
child.
to freaking die.
It is all over now.
Sounds like he's coughing up a hairball.
It is over.
It's Jenkins in the flesh. I mean...
You talk about Jenkins just laying here curled up in my arms.
Don't hurt Jenkins' feelings.
He doesn't hack up hairballs or other things?
Oh, he pukes on a regular basis, but very little hairballs, thankfully.
Well, it's kind of what I was saying with him. That you had it the other day.
Yeah.
What happened? You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Child, please, listen to me very carefully. One last time. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Corollas Expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
No! Not you too! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! You're coming with me! Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urak 5, and alas, I have less than a day in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Theobald.
I regret that we had to meet under such circumstances.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before. What are you going to do to me?
Of
Sign
course.
this contract.
Lady Cassia. I don't want to upset her, so do be nice. I am Dignic Thunderlancius, rogue trader of the Imperium of Man. Offer you protection to grant you shelter aboard my vessel in exchange for your assistance traversing the warp.
Theobald Orselio nods slowly.
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself. And it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent and fulfill your destiny.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Urak 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orselio.
We need crew anyway.
Mm-hmm. All who can be saved can be give succor aboard my ship.
As a Lady Navigator of House Orselio, I accept your gracious offer of protection. Please, take me to your vessel. I can no longer bear the pain of this place.
Wow.
It is as if the painting was rendered by several different hands. The timid, uncertain lines are interlaced with rough and furious strokes, coming together in arcane shapes.
Level up.
Yeah.
While no one appears to be living in the cage, somebody still filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. The Lady Navigator's private library is brimming with essays, novels, and personal accounts from the trailblazers and explorers of the Imperium. The luxurious feast was left untouched.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Nice. All right. Well, that was cool. All right, so we are now level 5. I can choose a characteristic and a talent.
Available talents.
I only got dash.
Any recommendations? We did the stabilizing factor before.
Yeah,
Ooh, I can get inscribed soul.
Sanctified Slayer is pretty amazing.
Sacred rituals, psi powers have 25% chance of regaining AP spent on psychic powers when veil degradation is 10 or lower. That's not bad.
No, because veil degradation can often go above 10.
Okay.
Especially if you're using psychic powers. It's actually kind of terrible because it's anti-synergistic itself.
Psyker gains inscribed soul ability.
That's not good.
No? Okay.
I mean, take 25% of your max wounds instantly? No, not good.
Oh, yeah. Still mine. Psyker's resolve increases by willpower over 2.
I'm thinking about taking Psychic Barrage.
Psychic Barrage?
Yeah, whenever the Psyker uses a damaging psychic power on targets that are 6 cells or further from the Psyker, the target suffer an additional
bonus 3
damage.
damage.
Did you already take Second Sight?
Yeah, I already have Second Sight.
And Stabilizing Factor.
Yep, and
As stabilizing factor. I don't have Second Sight. I don't think I have Second Sight as an option. So which one are you saying I should go with?
Sanctified Slayer is really good. Second Sight's really good.
I don't see other Second Sight.
Keep scrolling then.
Oh, +3 range. That is good.
Yeah. And I already have that. Plus, I'm thinking then taking the Psychic Barrage gives me an extra 3 damage because I've already got the distance.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to keep going in sniper rifles. Sniper expertise is amazing.
I think I'm going to stay with sniper rifles because that keeps me out of combat.
Sharpshooter.
Have to have the feature perfect spot in order to be able to get sniper expertise.
Yeah.
Perfect spot's really good.
Perfect spot.
Yeah, it's really good ability.
Where is that?
You don't have it yet.
Yeah, I was wondering where it's at. Is it higher level? You get it, or?
Yeah, it's a special ability. You get it next level. You can take it next level. But I mean, it competes with psychic powers, so I mean, psychic powers are way better than taking perfect spot unless you're going to dedicate yourself to sniper instead of psyker.
And I'm gonna up willpower again.
I don't know.
I'm done.
What do you recommend? So many good
I'll
options.
tell you, the extra range on the psychic powers is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to focus on psychic powers, then range is going to be a big deal.
Okay.
Movement speed's always a big deal.
How late are we rolling tonight, guys?
Yeah, we'll be finishing up here in a little bit. I want to get back to the ship and then just verify everything's good. And before we go to the next place, that's what we'll call it. Intelligence, perception, weapon skill, ballistic skill, willpower.
I mean, if you're going to be a psyker, willpower. If you're going to be a sniper, perception, and ballistic skill.
I mean, intelligence going up would boost everything.
Yeah, it's not bad either. I mean, that's really good for operative stuff, too.
Ballistic skill would be nice because that would boost my...
I mean, I would probably prioritize willpower or intelligence over ballistic skill personally, but...
Okay, so you think I should go with willpower over...
I mean, if you want to focus on psychic powers, yeah.
Okay.
Although this early in the game, another pip in intelligence would put you at 60, which is a +6. It'd be a big boon on all your skills too.
That's why I was wondering if that would be worth doing, because that boosts almost all the skills.
It wouldn't hurt. I think intelligence or willpower are both good choices. I think intelligence is slightly better right now because
Take that
of
off
where
for
you're
a
at.
moment because it's really acting weird. All right, go back to second site. All right, you said what?
I think intelligence would slightly. Oh wait, are you at 50 and 45 or 55?
50 and 45. The cloak gave a bonus of 5.
Oh, then yeah, willpower would be better right now.
Okay.
You'd get more mileage out of it at this stage because it would get you to a +5.
Yeah.
And who's gonna handle Cassia's level?
And then I'll put
So
that
there's
back
two
on.
ways to go about her. One is to lean into the officer thing, and the other is to lean into the navigator side. And her navigator side is very unique. Nobody else in the game can do it, and it's very effective. I've had her hit for 1,251 damage plus 100 extra bonus damage.
Let's do that then.
That's the highest I've seen in the game for a
So would you
single
say
hit.
go willpower then you're saying on her?
On her, what are the picks right now? Yeah, willpower right now would be good. Would be the best choice there.
Willpower.
And then picking up which one is the best one here? I like Strange Vitality a lot.
Jesus.
Let's see here.
Wow, that is good. You talking about the Strange Vitality?
Yeah, I'm looking at what you. Yeah, I'm watching what you've got up on the stream for that.
Yeah, no, I was looking at that and I was like, yeah, I see why you like that. That would probably be a good one to get. Do you think that's what we should do now?
I think Veil of Protection's also amazing.
Is at the bottom of your screen right now.
Stable Routes, pretty fucking spectacular.
Stable Routes.
Mastery time is very good.
What do you recommend for now? Because there's so much that's awesome.
Go with the health one first.
Yeah,
just
the strange vitality.
Yes,
I think that's the best one to get early because that constant healing is.
And what is the next one we should get?
The next one I would recommend is probably Veil of Protection. And then at level
should I get another 5 willpower?
Yeah, I would just crank willpower for the most part. When it's an option, I would pick it.
She's at 65 willpower.
Nice. Yeah, she doesn't scale off side power. She only scales off willpower for the most part. Fellowship as well with some things, but mainly willpower. Then next level, you can get where is it? Reveal the Light. And then when you put that on Abelard, he's fucking
Reveal
thick.
the Light? Where's that? Oh, that's this one.
Reveal the Light, Mend Reality, Held in My Gaze, Warp Curse Unleashed.
Wow.
Touch of Anger.
No, we're definitely leaning into her Psyker all the way. Oh yeah. Full-blown Psyker team. Let's do it. Not
With
quite.
Mend Reality, it can be a reality. I mean, because plus willpower bonus, degradation.
Oh, wow. Willpower
and then
bonus.
Everybody next to her gets a deflection bonus against warp damage and psychic
That is
powers.
really good. Yeah. That is awesome.
I cast Mend Reality pretty much every turn with her when I'm playing solo.
No kidding.
But Reveal the Light, holy crap, that on your tanks is so good. 4 times willpower bonus.
Yeah, that is.
It's a huge toughness increase.
You get Idara to put Prescience on her, which boosts her willpower even more.
Willpower. And
With
then,
each step, I
then she
forge my destiny among
goes
the
Reveal the Light on herself, and then Reveal the Light on Abelard.
That's crazy.
He's got all of a sudden 250 hit points.
All right, are we done here?
I don't know. There's these T-posing bodyguards.
We
I think
are
we should kill
bound
again.
by the blood of Marcus.
But also, Held in My Gaze is the power I use that hits for like 1,200 damage on a crit.
Okay.
It's so good.
Do we want to
And if
split?
they fail their resistance, they just paralyzed. They can't move.
I think we should go back to the Void Ship Bridge and save there.
That's what I meant. Do we want to split to the ship?
Yeah.
I mean, unless we're gonna go back and try to do that fucking puzzle that we left.
Is the
Does that
puzzle worth
matter?
it? You can metagame.
It's not. It gives you some consumables that I've literally never used.
See, there's certain things
and
I'm
no
good with
experience- no
metagaming.
experience.
That's one of them. Okay.
What?
I said there's certain things I'm okay with metagaming, and that sort of thing is one of them.
It's a waste of time otherwise.
It is actually a waste of time because it doesn't give you any XP and it doesn't give you consumables that are worthwhile. I mean, they're injectables. Like one of them prevents warp damage and one of them prevents toxin damage. The problem is you have to have them already in your quick slots of your 4 consumable items.
Yeah.
And those over grenades or med packs, no thank you.
Makes sense.
It's like there's 2 injectables so far I found that are worth it, and I didn't get them until Act 3.
Azrael stepped away. How long ago was that?
Azrael stepped away to let the dogs out.
And there's no way to cancel out of this.
Well, I mean, you saved right before we ended up leaving to go to the Void Ship Bridge too, so
it auto saves too, yeah.
Should I just force restart it, or?
I don't know. Honestly, this isn't a scenario I thought of.
I don't want to waste
There's no
time.
way for you to bypass it.
No, there's not. But usually you don't leave when we're in the middle of something like that either.
yeah, but if the other option is dog shit on the floor, or more accurately, dog piss on something because you.
Oh yeah, no, I get why he did. I'm not faulting him. I'm just saying.
Because, I mean, I can handle cleaning up a dog turd. That's fucking disgusting. But dog piss, you got a lot more work to get rid of that smell.
It's not cool. Trust me, I know from experience. Should I go ahead and restart then?
Yeah, try it. See what happens.
Oh look, the game exited. How'd that happen? Oh, it's doing it.
Alt F4.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to do the same thing.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Well, now it says waiting for other players to confirm one of two. It's gonna leave. He's gonna come back to him confirming it by himself.
Yep. That's okay.
No, I don't think there's even anything more for us to do to any reason for us to jump back in the game even at this stage.
Because it's back on the void ship.
And we can't do anything on the ship anyway. So you just load it up and we'll watch.
That works.
That was fun. Despite the fact I spent the first fight dead. Because I got killed before I first action.
Dude, the fact that we made that.
So once they can take the talent that says you get a deflection bonus of your toughness modifier from the first attack of every enemy in the combat, I can start out in the fucking open. And with heavy armor and that deflection bonus, it'll be like, everything gets reduced by like 16 damage. And I can survive the first round.
Affects a wide range of skills, including medicine, techniques, logic, and all your skills.
Right, they'll all fire and they'll all waste their shots on somebody who's already, gonna like shrug off most of the damage. Plus, Idara goes early because she has a high agility, so she can often throw the dodge buff on Abelard first turn. So.
It's true.
And then by the time we get done with Act 1, we'll probably be right at the point where we finish our first archetype and we'll pick up our advanced archetypes.
Lord Captain,
and then you'll
Lady
see
Navigator,
some damage because I'll
welcome
pick up
aboard. The Sanctum Novice has been prepared for the Communion Ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first.
I plan to go like heavy armor, heavy weapons, and a two-handed melee weapon. And so what I'll do is I'll charge into melee.
Thunder hammer.
And then, with Thunder Hammer or the Eviscerator or something like that, or Greatsword, powered Greatsword, something like that. There are a couple options. And then you just switch back and forth between melee and then the ranged, and the melee and the ranged, and you get extra attacks with Arch Militant, which is
nice.
Your heart starts beating furiously. Your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Victus is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. Without even looking at the Vox Master, Cassia waves her away.
First I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Leave us.
Wow.
Oh, of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know.
Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Victus, then, lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you.
Don't wish to speak with you. Go to the sanctum now. What did you wish to speak about?
Before I begin the ritual, I wish to look once again into the eyes of the man whose fame is so great it managed to penetrate the impregnable walls of Urakvi long before we ever met. It truly is you, Diemnix. The person the whole Expanse and Calixis sector are talking about. And now, a rogue trader as well.
They're all talking about me? I didn't know they were all talking about me.
After a few seconds hesitation, Cassia lets out a small exhale, and then raises her pointed chin.
I mean, I am a sanctic psyker, so it's kind of... I guess.
I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position. And for that I am immeasurably grateful. I am also deeply grateful that you saved my servants, especially my valet. You've served on the station for more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. He knows how to properly attend to me during journeys through the Immaterium and what to serve me for breakfast. His presence envelopes me in a cloak of amber. But now,
Cassia throws back her shoulders.
I am ready to go to the Sanctum Novice and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board. But no red.
What does this ritual entail?
I doubt the uninitiated could understand the mysteries of navigation, but I shall try to explain the essence of it. I must merge my mind and will with the machine spirit of the ship, so that I become one with the vessel.
Cassia lifts a lock of hair from the back of her neck, revealing gilded implant ports.
After that, I use the House Orselio ritual, which I am loath to reveal to you, to free my mind of all errant thoughts. And then it is time to open my third eye and peer into the depths of the warp itself. Among the nightmarish visions, mirages, and creatures of the abyss, only the light of the Emperor is the truth that will lead me from star to star, from system to system. Oh, the light, the guiding thread, so fine it can slip from one's grasp at any moment.
Cassia unfurls her hand as though dropping something.
But you have nothing to worry about. The navigators of House Orselio never lose their course.
See, the funny thing is, why isn't there something here about the fact that I serve the Golden Throne? I should understand more about the Golden Throne than others as a Sanctic Psyker. Huh.
Navigators are their whole own breed.
No, I get that, but it's still that tied to the Golden Throne, right? The beacon. I would understand more about it. You should get what you need.
Compartmentalization of information. She won't tell you House or Cell.
Cassia nods in thanks.
Yeah,
I shall take no leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me.
It's not the same. Like,
Few
the
can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is
same as an
opened.
augur or an astropath. They are mutants. They do a totally different thing. Like, you don't see the as a Sanctic Psyker, you don't see the beacon. Psykers don't see the beacon. Only the navigators do. That's what their eye does.
But they are educated as to it, are they not?
I mean, that's a Lore Imperium thing. But if
Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge. And may the Emperor's light help us all.
Widespread, like, there's so many variations of everything in Imperium. Yeah. That's why there's all these cries of heresy all the time.
True. Well, that is cool.
I mean, it's really prevalent once you start talking about tech
The
heresy.
Voxcaster in the Sanctum Abbey's picks up the susurration of clothes,
Adeptus
pious
Mechanicus,
chanting,
they get
and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual. Come here, you've. The exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard. The low sob of the servant. The rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas. The faint whisper of the brush. Go. Footsteps hurrying away.
Did she just stab him?
I see. Violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails. And umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance. A storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen.
Yeah.
I mean, she's definitely bloodletting.
That's what it sounded like, which wasn't good. So she uses his blood.
She's gotta use somebody's blood. Because she doesn't
And here,
like red paint.
beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother.
She's a mutant.
And the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her. Know of me.
Hers is
Its
red.
frozen rays lie that
Yeah, I was
spring
gonna
is
say,
here.
like, 'cause
The light
whenever
is
she was
deadened.
in pain, like
The
there was
great ruler is
blood
gone.
dripping.
Oh, no, her blood's blue. Her tears are red.
It's true.
Yeah, I think all the navigators have blue blood. Or no, that might be all Voidborn. Not sure. I have to Google that one.
The Vox Master recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Vox caster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bores guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again.
Is everything all right there?
Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw from the strain. And then, sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around, my brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric, and metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me.
Oh, so that was just the bonding to the ship.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's something powerful as part of the ship. Because we already experienced that.
Void ships are a pretty complex thing.
Well, we already when we went to the right, the warrant chamber, we had the guard there. There's something more to this vessel than a standard void ship too, and she's making it seem that way as well.
Maybe you're onto something.
Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Spare me a few moments of your time, please. There are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I want to report on the condition of the station, Yorick V. Had you opted to begin your visit to the Rykard system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives of Navi's Nobilite bought us precious time. We can either send our forces to disassemble the station and procure technological components for our own vessel or attempt to save as many valuables as we can.
The third one is basically Greyhawk it all.
Yeah. Should we, what do you guys want?
I mean, why would leave resources behind?
Never ever
Take everything? All right.
Yeah, I'm taking everything.
Well, one is
take everything we can.
The other is one is valuables. The other is components for the technological components. I think the tech components are more important.
So you're saying you think 2 is more important than 3?
I do.
If you mouse over this little symbol, it'll tell you what it's going to do.
Oh, we'll get 2 profit factor from that.
Profit factor is what you use for currency to buy stuff.
Profit factor.
The other's probably just going to put goods in your trade, in your hold. I would go with the profit factor personally, but
okay.
I think that's
As
more
you
valuable.
command, Lord Captain. Profit factor. Profit factor is a measure of your status, wealth, and power as a rogue trader. Its value. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an engine seer prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and, much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrichs van Kallax, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for sure he was not at Yorick V, so keep this in mind when making any future plans.
No. Thank you. That is all for now.
As it pleases you, Lord Captain.
Unidentified void ship sounds appealing. But I don't know where... Machine Keeper Spirit. Really? That sounds like that's probably where the Tech Priest is.
Yeah, and New Blood, more than likely crew. Or you can go visit the prison planetoid. We can probably get new crew there too as well.
Which one do you guys recommend?
I'd go to the prison next, personally.
Unidentified void ship. What?
Fine with me either way.
Is there a reason
It's the closest.
I don't think close matters any real distance as far as this goes.
I mean, like, there's the reason why I said is there are events that pop up, like if you as you travel. So if you don't want events to pop up, then sure.
Okay. Well, we'll pick up here next time. If there's a reason to go with one, feel free to try to vaguely say, but yeah, we will definitely continue this. I've had so much fun. I hope you guys have too.
Oh yeah, it's been great.
This is great.
Thank you.
This is great.
Thanks for including me.
Yeah, no problem, man. We like having you around, Ezreal.
Oh, I feel loved.
I mean, we're not going to let you drive the void ship, but still.
No void ship driving. Not your job. Do your job.
Argenta just fires bolts.
Not very accurately yet, though.
Not yet.
Well, that's still
no, it'll
void ship upgrade? What?
Once you pick up like bounty hunter or assassin, she can really be much better.
Oh, we have scrap and can upgrade the ship.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you were careful with your scrap. Be real careful with your scrap. There is not a lot of it, and you need it every time you need to repair.
That's awesome. So I already saved, but I wanted to quickly check this one last thing, and then we're wrapping it. The custom
I'm
build.
Split at this point now because I got to crash. I will talk to you all later.
All right, have a good
Just
night.
going to show the custom build thing, interface, and then we're done. We're loading.
Reports received.
The High Factotum Janris Dunrope greets you with a cool smile, and the mayor is...
Of course, Lord Captain. Who interests you, exactly? We most often deal with the followers of Saint Drusus, the Explorators, the Casbolica Mission, or, Emperor forgive us, the Fellowship of the Void.
What? No.
Certainly, Lord Captain.
That's the one I meant to do.
Rest assured, there are people of the most outstanding talents among the thousands of your crew.
So we get to
I will
come in
contact
here.
the overseers at once.
And we can either take Hectot or
Create a new character.
we can create our own, like we did with the Rogue Trader from scratch. So that allows us to build our own if we wish. So if we want to get some more crew, we'll do this. If you guys have any suggestions on what you want to see added to our party, let me know. We got a lot of really good pictures. And I'm going to get this picture bundle over to the lovely Jen's playing so that they have access to them and can actually see them as well, instead of having PNG errors. Because, I mean, look, so much cleaner. Let me go up to Cassia, because that's one we just saw, right? The reddish eyes and the, you know, it almost looks like a painting. This looks just cleaner. It still is her. She's just cleaned up a bit. And then, like, just, it looks like the same person. It's just slightly improved graphics, just slightly smoother looking. So, thank you all for being here. Be sure to join us next time. We'll see you guys then. Enjoy the story.